6 sirens in the universe. I used to be one of them.
Here we go.
My name is Lilith, and I need you.
Oh yeah, I did see this yesterday. Yeah, are they doing PlayStation Experience this year?
The Vault is a psycho cult. 10 billion followers demand we join or die. We've got another proposal for them.
Can you guys hear me chewing away on my popcorn?
Welcome back. It is E3 on Twitch. I am your host, Seltzer, and we've got a long and in-depth interview here on Borderlands 3. I'm joined by Paul and Randy, and you guys are going to give me some insights into this incredible game that so many people have
that
been
DLC's
so
free on
excited
PS4
for.
too?
We got to do a little gameplay release earlier in the year. I got my hands on it, so I have
Sweet.
so many questions. But first, why don't we start and tell me who you are and what you do.
I am Paul Sage. I'm the creative director on Borderlands 3.
Okay.
And I'm Randy Varnell. I'm the narrative producer on Borderlands 3.
And you have both had a huge task ahead of you because the fandom for Borderlands is intense. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of the game, what has it been like designing for a rabid
She wearing
audience
a
that has
leather
lot of
t-shirt?
expectations?
It's been fun because I came on as one of those rabid audience, right? I was a huge Borderlands fan before I even joined the project. And then to get to work on it, you know, the things we concentrated on, like, what do I want to do, you know, with the team? And the team's like, oh, well, you know, do we want to concentrate on motion, you know, having fluid motion, having great gunplay? That was like one of the
totally
core things
in
we wanted to
E3
do.
right
And then,
now,
you know,
Strider.
bringing in more action skills. I'm like, hey, I want to do more with the character. Let's do more, you know? And so, you know, we had a great team that was just like, all right, yeah, let's go do all these different
let me
things.
eat popcorn on
it was
stage.
pulling out that was the hardest part.
Yeah, you guys did not limit yourselves. You brought a lot of different updates and a lot of different vectors that we're going to hit on here.
Yeah.
But the story as well, huge responsibility.
Oh, yeah. I had the privilege of working on Borderlands 2 back in 2012. I worked with a team there, and I got to help mold and shape that. So, and it's been a while. It's been 7 years since that. So, you know, coming back to this with so many years between the games, and you know, we have this habit. Like Borderlands 3 is now actually set surprisingly 7 years after Borderlands 2.
Weird
so
how you guys did that.
Our characters and our universe age up, so we have a big responsibility. It's been amazing to see how much love we've gotten from the fan community of this game. So I think more than anything else, our pressure comes from being sure that we don't disappoint them.
Absolutely. Well, you guys, I did get my hands on it. I'm going to say you probably didn't disappoint them.
Good. Oh.
I don't know if I get to speak for the whole community,
Good
but
night,
I
Cheetos.
certainly had
Sleep
fun
well.
playing this game. So why don't we start from the beginning and just kind of, it's 7 years later, who are our players, who's familiar, who's new, and what's going on in the world?
Wow, we can start. You want to start with Lilith? Let's talk about Lilith.
Yeah, I mean, so Lilith has got a great story. Like, for Borderlands franchise fans, you'll remember Lilith was the siren in Borderlands 1. She was introduced as the Firehawk in Borderlands 2 and had some important moments in the story there. And now we have a whole DLC that we'll take a little bit of a look at later. Commander Lilith and the fight for Sanctuary, where you're going to see kind of her rise even to a greater role of leadership with the Crimson Raiders.
Free to play available now?
Free to play available now on every
Saying.
platform.
What?
Yeah, it's amazing for
Let's play it.
anybody who owns the Handsome Collection. And then in Borderlands 3, we've already shown at the reveal event just a month ago, the game starts with Lilith giving you, our new crop of Vault Hunters, a mission to go recover this vault key that somehow has been lost, play Commander Lilith, in the intervening years, and go find out what's happened. Vault keys are really important. Remember, it had the map to all the vaults scattered across the universe. So Lilith, our commander now in charge of the Crimson Raiders, sending you, the brand new Vault Hunter,
Whew, a lot of pressure.
to go get that
Save
vault key back from our new
97%,
villains, the
$6
Calypso twins and the Children of the Vault.
On Steam.
And that's one of the coolest things is that Lilith now is recruiting new Vault Hunters. So, we brought 4 new Vault Hunters. You said you are at the gameplay reveal event. Yeah, you played Amara.
The many strong arms.
Our new Siren, right?
You're playing right now.
We have Mose, who we're talking about a little bit here. Zane Flint was at the reveal event. And then we've got one more to talk about at Gamescom, which is going to be Flack.
All right. Which one was Flack?
He's the robot that has the
When
beast.
does 3
I was
come
gonna
out?
say, that's the Beastmaster that we just saw in the preview. That's what I want to talk about, but I'll get back to you at Gamescom,
All right.
I hope.
We will confirm Flack.
Flack.
He is confirmed
There is
because
a
he was in
Flack.
the visual. I don't want to.
Right.
All right. So tell me, what was the thought in adding these new characters, these new ways to play in Borderlands? Because we already have so much fun and variability with the weapons you pick up. So what are the core differences in the characters give us?
So I think like I said, one of the things we wanted to do just starting out is
Do I
in
have
previous Borderlands games they
Handsome
had one
Collection?
action skill, and you had a lot of growth potential to alter that action skill. But what we thought was like, oh well, what if we could give them multiple action skills, right? So just talking about Mose, who's this, got this big iron bear she calls down. So she has multiple action skills, but we call them hard points. So they have like a chain gun, they can fire. And I think chain gun is actually related to her bottomless mag tree, which is like, just keep firing.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, keep firing.
Never reload.
Yeah. And then we have basically it's a missile launcher that can lock onto different things. She's got a flamethrower, she's got a grenade launcher. So all of these different mix and match, that she can do to make her mech her own. So like 2 Mose characters, 2 people playing the same character could have completely different loadouts and play in completely different ways. Yeah.
And you've also made some quality of life upgrades to these skill trees as well, as I understand it, right?
Yeah, we've done a little bit on the quality of life. So like I said, the mixing and matching is really there. You can also do what we call altering these skills. So I mentioned like you have the chain gun that can overheat, they keep firing, right? But you can modify that to where like, hey, if you want to push that a little bit, we have what we call an augment, and the augment can fit into that action skill, go with that chain gun, and that augment can say, hey, the longer this overheats, the more damage it's going to do, right? So players can actually just control like all of these different aspects of all of the hard points and action skills.
Yeah. One of my favorite augments that we're kind of showing off with Mose is called Daka Bear. And you can take an augment where if you're playing in a co-op game, a co-op player can actually jump up on the back of Mose's mech, Iron Bear, and mount it like a turret while the other Mose player is just driving around doing all the crazy.
Though.
So new ways to do
Can you play it solo or do you have to co-op it?
It's so new. It's going to blow fans' minds.
Well, and you guys have really, on the topic of quality of life and on the topic of co-op, you've given us
RDR2 on
huge
Steam?
ability now to play with any level friend that we
That's
have.
going to go to
Can
Epic.
you tell me a little bit about these other changes to co-op that
Just
we're really
kidding.
going to enjoy?
Sure. So we talked about level syncing. We talk about instant sleep, right? And the whole point of that
You can solo it?
I've got a friend, that friend just can play more than I can or whatever, they get ahead. And so this just says, no, don't worry about that. Just go play together, go have fun. The other things we're doing are we're trying to get people to be encouraged to play a multiplayer, right? So some people are a little bit afraid. So we have like soft things that we do. Like if you go to a vending machine, for instance, you might see loot that one of your friends has, they basically sold that loot into the vending machine, and then it suddenly appears in your game, right? It's just a little reminder of the community to be like, hey, wouldn't you like to play co-op? Because co-op's a really fun way to play the game.
Or even more than that, like if the vending machine loot doesn't show up, you have a specific piece of loot that you want to go to a specific friend, you can now mail that to a friend in Borderlands. So we have an in-game mail system where you can share loot with your friends directly.
Right.
That's really cool. So your world is going to stay alive. Even when you log out, if your friends log in and play, things are going to be a little bit different when you come in and play.
That's right.
Do you have to play Borderlands 1?
Absolutely.
What other kind of friend communication things can I do? If I got a group of like 3 or 4 friends and I want to play pretty regularly, how am I going to keep in touch with them?
Watch the story on YouTube for Borderlands 1.
Anytime. So it used to be that you would have to go out of the game into the main menu.
I don't want
to
play
your friends.
Borderlands 1.
Now you can just have them. They can join your game at any time. You go look for them. One of the cool things, or at least that I really like, is that you can actually get previews
27 hours.
of your friends, right? So you can see, like, okay, well, hey, this is what level they were. You can kind of take a look at your loadout while they're either not even online or
64 hours for all DLCs.
Just say like, okay, hey, looks like we're doing the same thing. Let's invite you. There's a really cool thing where if you're going to a different map, you can see all of your friends that might be playing in that new map, so it's a screen that you can pull up as well.
Great. And am I going to be able to access their statistics too?
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh, and am I going to be able to hide that if I'm not doing so fancy?
No.
So do
Okay. Working myself up to this. We're going to do great in this game.
Yeah.
All right. There are so many different guns
Oh,
to
they're
play
separate.
with. We saw a couple of them in the trailer. What's familiar? What's
Okay.
new on the weapons
So
front?
just do 2.
I would say that
Okay.
familiar are weapon manufacturers. So if you got used to the weapon manufacturers, like there are still some. We talk about like a lot of the new things they can do, but they still can do some of the same old things, like Hyperion guns, for
It was
instance.
Borderlands
they used to get more
2,
accurate
Pemmy.
as you shoot. Same is true for them now. They get more accurate as you keep shooting, but they also have shields now. And there's actually a reason that they have shields that I won't get into because it's not actually something we go into in the game too much.
It's a short game.
Hyperion is owned by somebody else at this point or being run by somebody else, and so shields being on the weapons is really key for that.
That's interesting.
Oh,
so
never
that's a bit of
mind.
a story point we're going to have to figure out as
30
we go.
hours.
We don't want to spoil everything.
All right, you know,
Part of the joy and the journey
Moving
is learning.
right along.
Yeah, that's just a
67 to
Twitch-only
complete.
little, hint there.
Fantastic. Speaking of Twitch-only little hints, we have our incredible Blacksmith extension.
I
so
also
that
wanna check
means that if
out
you're watching right now
Metal Gear
and you
Solid.
feel like ordering this game, Borderlands 3, well, you can click on
Do you
that
have to play
extension
that one
and
from
head
the
on over to
beginning?
Amazon and pre-order that game. And that works for a lot of the games that we're showing you here on the Twitch stage, but we definitely want to get Borderlands 3 pre-order. Are we getting anything special if we pre-order?
Yes, I think you are getting things that are special. Boy, you kind of caught me on this spot.
You
I
know,
don't remember.
you don't have to list what they are. That's
Yeah.
more surprises that
Yeah.
you guys have to find out by doing your own online research.
There are pre-order bonuses, and they're really cool. So yeah, you'll have to get that list somewhere else. But you mentioned Twitch extension. I have
Yes.
to talk just for a second about we have made a special, worked with Twitch, made a special Twitch extension for Borderlands 3. We actually showed it off at the pre-release event, and you can do all sorts of cool things there. Like if someone's playing on Twitch, you can look and see their loadout. Now they can't turn that on and off. You can decide whether you run the extension or not. But they can watch what the streamer is doing on Twitch. They can watch that loadout, and also every time that streamer opens a loot chest, an iconic loot chest in Borderlands, all your viewers can sign up to maybe
Hours
get a piece of that
gameplay.
loot that's sent to their in-game Borderlands account. There is some amazing stuff happening there between Borderlands and Twitch, and we're so proud of what we've been able to do with you guys.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys I just have to call out.
Do
He's
it
got
up.
named Scott Velasquez. He's worked his butt off on this. Michael Dubé, just two guys that are just really into Twitch. And we're like, come on, you've got to believe in this. And even when we were like, oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do. They were like, come on, we're gonna do this. And those guys
170 hours to
really worked hard
complete
on that
it.
Twitch extension. So.
Well, one of my
48
favorite things to do in
hours.
Borderlands is to get new loot and to experiment with
Main
it, to go out
story.
and fight with it. So you're just giving me more ways to do that.
That's
so that
right.
just means when I stop playing Borderlands, you load up a Borderlands stream and you just farm those loot boxes in the
Oh man,
background,
I
right?
cannot wait to see when users get online and find all the ways to capitalize on, like, you mail me this, you Twitch extension that, you get that, you open these chests. Like, it's going to be a loot parade. It's going to be amazing.
Weird question. When I earn the loot through my Twitch extension, how does that appear in the game? Does that come in like a mailbox, or do
Yep.
I just log in and it's like littering the ground?
Witcher
in front of
3
me?
is
Wow, it
$11.99.
does come in your mail. So absolutely, you can not only get mail.
Thanks for the
from
follows,
us,
everybody.
You can get mail from the Twitch things that you saw, and you can get mail from your friends.
I'm gonna feel popular.
And
for
mail
once.
from manufacturers in game if you do certain things. So I won't spoil.
Oh man, you guys have hidden some interesting things throughout Borderlands over the years. So is this another game where we're gonna find a lot of like hidden surprises, and then
Yes.
you guys are actually gonna mail us when we are the first ones to find them?
We have an entire
Maybe.
web.
A lot of people playing Borderlands right now.
We have an entire web page dedicated to like. Okay,
Yeah, because
here's
it was
all the
free
different
on
little
PlayStation,
references.
and it's only
Please, legal,
$6
go
on
through this,
PC
make
right
sure
now.
Everything's okay. We're
Free for
huge gamers
PlayStation
ourselves,
Plus.
so there'll be references to other games. We watch, common entertainment, so there'll be little references here and there throughout.
Yeah, speaking of common entertainment, let's take it over to the bad guys of your game, the brother-sister duo that
Yes.
run the call. They are brother and sister.
Yeah, new
okay, because I
DLC.
was gonna attach it to Game of Thrones. Little Lannister vibe there.
There's a little bit of that going on.
Well, maybe I'm reading too far into it. That's
Yeah.
just
So their names are Troy and Tyrene Calypso. They are twins, even though they're not.
You can't
what is it,
play
not
it.
fraternal twins. They don't look
You
exactly
play it so many
alike.
The DLC
Or not
is
identical
new.
Twins, sorry.
Yeah.
But
Play the
they are,
DLC.
They are twins, and the little bit that we've teased and shown, a lot
It's
of great.
the story that's
speculation.
gonna
I don't
link
wanna go into that,
Borderlands
but-
2 to
but,
Borderlands
definitely
3,
you
free
can see that They
DLC.
have tattoos on their arms, which means something in the Borderlands universe. some really ingenious fans have looked at.
2B.
That's tied into the story. You've seen them already. They've done the impossible, like in Pandora. Like Pandora, you saw in
have
Borderlands
to.
2, like our bandits. There were some bandit clans
You don't
where
see
they
it.
started to get together and do, but they were still bandits.
I guess
or
it's
wild
included
and all
in
that.
Handsome
The Calypso
Collection.
Twins have united them in
They've got like a
great.
Download
10,000
Handsome
strong
Collection for free.
Cult, I wanna say?
Millions of followers
Millions.
strong,
Yeah.
right? Cult called the Children of the Vault. In Borderlands 2, I remember one of our weapon manufacturers were the bandits. Like the bandits were starting to like cobble things together, like broken glasses and bits of like.
Yes,
They're
I think
now
so.
what we call COV, Children of the Vault Weapons, is the manufacturer there. And the Calypso Twins have, in their strange way, they're kind of
Hey,
like.
Andy.
If you imagined a streamer militarized their influence.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a cult of personality
It is
for sure.
absolutely.
It is. You know, imagine it's the worst streamer you know. You know, they're just awful people. But you know, I would say good intentions, but they don't have good intentions. I think that's just something people say.
They do have
What?
very clear intentions. And one of the things when I got
Did he
to
just
play a
say
little
that?
bit, I interacted with them in one of the earlier experiences.
Wow.
And anytime I thought that I was getting one over on them, that I might have defeated one of their
Did I
bosses,
hear him right?
or maybe like taken some money out of their pockets, they spun it on me. They were happy about it. I played right into their hands, and it drives me nuts. These guys got under my skin, and I want to say like 2 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, they've got your film now, and they've got some more followers. They've been
Maybe
able to
Jason
grow
will
their
play this
audience
with me.
based on the stuff that you did that was awesome. So, it's gonna. I love it in our games when we were able to take something
He
that's
might.
relevant in the story and tie it in so we can see reflections of our culture and what's going on with the game. And I think this one, the Calypso Twins, do that really well for us.
So you're going to teach us how to defeat the evils of the current society.
Yeah,
if we
90
learn how to defeat
gigs,
the
good
good
point.
Absolutely, right.
Wow,
There's
I
this,
didn't
like,
know we
Yeah,
had
those
that
are the notes I
precept
was
plan.
taking. That's great.
That was slightly above the normal dick joke for us.
Yeah, I got no dick jokes for you, but I do have a question about the.
All right.
guns
She's
that
so
our bosses are
funny
gonna have,
about
which I
her-
wanna say,
What do you call it?
Metaphorically
Diffusions and deflections.
the first boss I got to fight was a bit of a musical aficionado, and he had a very cool weapon that did so many interesting things when he fired it.
Yeah.
It really took over
She's
the
gonna
room.
be so- she must
it
be
was,
so mad right now.
bouncing And musical notes and colors and things.
Yeah.
And as I understand it, when I defeated him and I got his gun and I fired it, it also took over the room and did all those fun graphics. There's no downgrade from the boss weapons when the boss uses them when you pick them up now.
I love that weapon from Mouthpiece, right? So he is
That's
this,
okay.
he was basically kind of like, we're saying, what could we do with this first boss? And we're like, oh, what if it's about sound? And then it just grew into like, you know, you say something like, what about sound? And then you all of a sudden you're fighting a techno boss, you know, who's got a, you know, light show for a gun. And that's something that's really a lot of fun, is getting to these different bosses, seeing what weapons they have. And sometimes it's the weapon they're carrying, but sometimes it's just more like a pinata. You kill the boss, you don't know what you're going to get, right? It's going to burst out. A lot of different legendaries. This game has a ton
What's her
of
at?
legendaries
Who?
in it for people to
The
find.
hostess?
Unique weapons. You can see that we're
Wanna
on Eden 6
slide
here.
in her
This is something
DMs
else we're
and
showing
title.
new for E3. This is a planet that was
Send her a
basically,
little picky pick.
was based a little bit loosely on a bayou from Louisiana.
Yeah, Space Louisiana.
Yes,
Right,
Space
there you go.
Louisiana. There.
Because she said she doesn't have any
Louisiana.
dick
I like
jokes.
how
You want to
pronounce
give
it
her
better.
one?
I'm from
It's-
Arkansas,
you wanna
so
inspire?
I may
I'm from New
hybridize.
Jersey. I got no
What?
corner in the
Louisiana.
pronunciation game.
But yeah, it's in space, you know, complete with the volcanoes that are in Louisiana. Right. That's what we're all familiar with that landscape.
You know, and earlier we saw there was somebody saying, you know, they had a crew challenge completed. That's another new thing for us. So we do a lot of things about exploration in the game, right? And if you look, you see that we have a mini map in the top right corner there, and that mini map has what we call Fog of Discovery. Not Fog of War, Fog of Discovery. It's just show you where you've been, so you'll go into every nook and
I love
cranny.
Yeah.
You gotta light up the map.
That's
From my
right.
World of Warcraft days, you gotta light up every corner
Every
of that.
corner.
Right.
And that's gonna be really helpful because one of the things I tend to do in RPGs is double back a lot. So that's gonna keep you moving forward really helpfully.
Yeah, so we used to have vault symbols in the game, and now we've expanded upon that. with
Stranger
these crew
danger.
challenges, where they're not quite missions, but there's something that you're doing for people. So like Claptrap has this thing where you go and you find different parts, because Claptrap, well, he's lonely.
Yeah.
You know, and he's looking for a companion. The best
no.
way for him to find one is to build one.
Yeah.
So you go find different parts, and so that's part of the crew challenges. You have this larger story from you know, doing I don't want to say small tasks, but not as big as say a mission or something of that nature.
Oh no, we're taking a look at the weapon here. One of the other cool things you've added is interesting alternate fires and different things to do once your gun has run out of ammo.
Right.
This is one of my favorite things that Paul and his team added on there. Like every gun can be 2 guns almost. Now, not every weapon manufacturer does it, but a lot of them have alternate firing modes. Like in Borderlands 2, I was a huge Maliwan fan because I love the elemental weapons. Here in Borderlands 3, Maliwan guns have 2 elements. Every Maliwan gun has 2 elements on them, and you can toggle. So if you're someone who always likes to have shock and corrosive on hand, you can search for that amazing best gun that you can flip between those 2 so you have a great utility in your gameplay.
And how do I get my gun with the legs?
TDR.
TDR.
So some of the TDR guns are guns with legs, and let me tell you, you guys have only scratched the surface on guns with legs. There are multiple different types. They do different things. It's really cool.
You guys broke the internet with guns with legs the first day. You know
Good.
Yeah, one of my favorite things is the guns that you stick to walls. Right there, they act like a turret.
Yeah.
And you have people that spawn out of doors, and that turret just takes them out. They also MIRV. So TDR has a lot of different things going for it.
Very. And have the fights changed at all? The way you sort of enter into an area and have to execute the battle around the space. Have you given us any new tools, any new cover, any new interactions?
We have. So we have destructible cover. I just think that's one of those things that feels good is, you shoot something, you expect it to react.
Yes, please.
But also water, environmental effects. Like if you have an enemy that's standing in water and you shoot electricity in it, they're going to get shocked for that electricity. The nice thing is I always end up standing in the same water, so I shoot myself. And,
You're like, I'm a genius. I'm menacing.
Yeah, I'm glad I added that, right?
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
As someone who makes similar mistakes, I find the joy of Borderlands is that even when you're making mistakes, the game is still helping you enjoy it here. So let's say, I make some terrible mistakes. I die, things go wrong. How are you going to get me back on track?
Well, Second Wind is, something that we've had for a long time.
It's Borderlands 1.
Yeah. And, it's fight for your life, and then you move into Second Wind. And that's actually one of those features I never wanted to touch because I like it so much. It's, hey, as long as you can kill a guy while you're down and in that down mode, then you can get back up and keep fighting. And I love that feature.
Even that has a little quality of life touch. I think you can move a little bit faster now, so you can move to a friend or move to cover a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
I think, it is bringing the fun back to the game. I mean, games are meant to be challenging. They're meant to inspire you and to overcome. But I think that is a mechanic that really adds a lot of fun to the game. Second Wind is, I call it hey mom, I'm still alive. I'm still in it. So it took me a minute to figure out why I wasn't dying the first couple times, but thank you for that.
Yes.
Gamers like me enjoy that. Any other special surprises in the game that have touched you guys especially that you want to shout out?
Oh, wow. What do you...
Oh, my gosh. I read through the middle list all of a sudden
like
trying
that
to figure out what can I talk because we don't want to give everything right away.
Let's talk a little about Guardian Rank. This is something I really like.
Go.
So when you end the story, we wanted to keep progression going because you can end the story and you probably won't be at level cap at that point, but then it's like, hey, what if we added another ladder? And we used to have badass ranks in BL2, and this system is analogous to badass ranks, right? So it's an infinite growth system, which means you keep gaining points and this time it works off experience points. So you keep gaining experience points, but now we've added like little things in there, like new skills. So there'll be new skills that you unlock through that, and there are also skins. And the benefit of having skins in there is it's kind of like the T-shirt, like, "Hey, I'm better than you," because I've got a.
It's all about skins.
That's right.
And so the Guardian rank is just a really fun, just extra bit to that. And there's more to the veteran game, and we can't talk about that yet. But Guardian rank's just kind of scratching the surface of our plans for the veteran game.
Yeah, we definitely understand. Like, we have fans that have played ridiculous numbers of hours of Borderlands, and they're still playing it this day. Like, if you look at the people who are still playing Borderlands 2, it's an amazing amount of people, and we're so thrilled and so honored by that.
What did I miss?
We definitely have thought about, Paul and his team have put so much work behind being sure that those same players that come back for Borderlands 3 can also spend 5,000 hours in our game. I mean, so here we go.
How considerate of you. No, you want to, if you're putting the time in, you want the credit to your flex. So I appreciate you guys doing that. Can you tell me a little bit about the vault system?
The vault system?
Yeah.
Oh, so are you talking about the different vaults?
That would do it.
That we have in the game. So, we have said the word vaults, and I will say that you were on a mission.
Plural. Yeah.
Yes.
The Vault Insider program, this is not related.
Oh, the Vault Insider program.
Insider was the key word.
Yeah. So the Vault Insider program, yes. We are offering points for anybody who goes to www.borderlands.com.
Vault Insider.
And it's the Vault Insider program, and I think we have a special code
Is
for
that
them to enter,
their
which
code
I
word for a
is
loot?
Twitch VIP.
But
Twitch
boxes?
VIP, yeah. You go to
Twitch VIP.
You don't want other
As
people
insider,
to know,
right?
only for the VIPs.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. earn rewards for Borderlands 3 before you get it. Like, it's gonna be like Christmas when you get it.
Yeah, that way when you get in, you've already got outfits to wear, you got skins, you got weapons, you got. What am I gonna get?
All sorts of cool stuff.
Personalized mail from Randy about how lonely life is.
And how old you tweeted that girl while I was gone?
Had cereal and
What'd
water
she
again
say?
this morning.
Yeah, right.
Tell my wife I love her. Like, yeah, I don't know what you write in your emails to the players.
Well, it's just a pontification. Usually it's puns. I'm known for puns, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
and with that, we're out of time.
Yeah, you know what, guys? Check your mail. Gentlemen, thank you so much for all the insights here today. Give me a quick rundown of the websites and the social media where we can keep track of the game until you grace our consoles. And
of course, Borderlands.com is the best place to go for all the central news. You can follow Borderlands on Twitter. We have a Twitch channel, of course. We do updates. And you're going to be seeing new things. I think the best next. So a lot of stuff here at E3 will go around. And then Gamescom will be another big beat. You're going to get to learn a little bit more about our fourth Vault Hunter Flak.
Yes.
Coming up.
And I have a special message for my PR guy who thought I forgot. But the game is out on September 13th, 2019, Friday the 13th.
Excellent, and thank you for not making it the third week of November, making it in September, so we got time to play. And if you guys are hungry to play, you got a little something special for free available right now?
We absolutely do. Randy, you want to talk a little bit about that one?
Something for free right now. It's Commander Lilith and the Fight for Sanctuary. This is a free DLC for Borderlands 2. If you own the Handsome Collection, which by the way is on Xbox and PlayStation, it's super discounted I think on Steam right now. Like you've never had this unprecedented ability to get Borderlands 2 if you haven't checked it out. The Handsome Collection, which includes Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel, and this is free DLC that bridges the gap between Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3. Everybody who's a Borderlands fan will want to play this DLC because it's going to tie everything together and get you all ready to play on September 13th.
All right, well, thank you so much. I think we covered everything Borderlands 3 that you're willing to discuss with me right now. I'll meet you again at Gamescom to get more information on Beastmaster. But for now, thank you so much for watching. Randy, Paul, it was a pleasure. And we've got more coming at you. Another conference for Square Enix. Stay tuned.
Your mom's birthday?
Think she can't get a last-second clutch? Watch this. Think he can't carry his team while streaming in high resolution? All the while recording a once-in-a-lifetime win? Watch this. Think leveling up only happens in-game? Watch this. On Intel Core i7, they'll rise to every challenge. Now it's your turn. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
It make it difficult to open up a damn account.
The Occupational Therapy Assistant Program at Stanford University prepares you to help clients achieve a better quality of life.
Free show in 3 minutes. What would I name my zoo? Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. They make this a lot of work. Borderlands.com thing. Do I have a 2K account? What would you name yours, Lavos? Alright, I'm VIP. We'll see what we get out of it.
chat thing here from Britzy Cheese saying, "Oh man,
what's
these
up,
guys
everybody?
Are
Hey,
incredible."
Twitch.tv/Twitch. We're Kinda Funny Games. We're excited to be your pre-show.
He was doing a thing.
No, okay. It didn't come off.
Hey, guys.
It's fine.
They're
Britzy
Kinda
Cheese
Funny
says, "Oh, man,
Games.
These guys are incredible. I need to
Our
watch
special
them and their
guest,
high-quality
Delinquent
content every day.
Muse.
This is just fantastic. I will definitely look into using my Amazon Prime sub on this channel that is way better than IGN, GameSpot, or anywhere else."
Whoa.
Wow. Those are
Wow.
high words. Those aren't words that I use. But ladies and gentlemen, we are Kinda Funny Games. Thank you very much, Twitch chat, for tuning in to see us. We're doing a little bit of the Square Enix pre-show, 15 minutes away from arguably the press conference I'm most excited about this entire E3.
Really?
No, you're not more.
Avengers and Final Fantasy
You're not more
7?
excited than Nintendo. There's no way.
Great point. Coward.
I mean, I think I am, man.
Crap, crashed.
Avengers and Final Fantasy
Are you
7,
back?
We're getting it.
No way.
Wow.
Go up high like that. That's what it means. That's what it means. All right.
And also, like, we got to get something in the middle. We got to get some surprises. We got to get some hotness. You know?
Do we though?
The new hot.
I think we do.
The
I
new
think
new?
We do. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited about this. But what have you guys been excited about today that we've seen?
Oh goodness. Oh goodness, Tim.
We just did the Kinda Funny Game Showcase, of course, which is our own E3 indie press conference. So we did that over on youtube.com/kindafunnygames. It was more than 60
Your
indie
counts
games
are
that just wrapped up,
crashing.
which is why it's on the tip of our tongue. It was exciting to watch people react to that after having worked on it for however, I guess months now, right? Since January, I've been working on that. To finally have that done out to the public and see people's reaction to Skatebird, Adam's Ascending, looking for heals. Oh my gosh, the Stronghold fan base was out there like no other.
Crazy.
Yeah, and Stronghold was a super late edition. They hit me up last week.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, if we still have room, like, yeah, sure, come on.
Wow.
Yeah, so we just put out what many people are calling the best press conference so far of
Not
E3.
us, 'cause that
It's
would
not
be
us.
rude,
It is,
of
it's
course.
people on Reset Era. It's people on Twitch. It's people on YouTube. Many people. Easy allies were saying it. I trust them.
I do trust them.
You can go find
Andy
it
did
on
not say it.
youtube.com/kindoffunnygames right now. The whole video's up. It's a 48-minute press conference with over 60 indie games you can check out.
No.
Very cool stuff. But we're here now.
Yep.
Again, talking about Square. What are you most excited to see, Andy?
I guess the Avengers game. You know, what can it possibly be? There's been a lot of rumors and like sort of leaks of what the premise of it is, right? Like it's this multiplayer thing. Is it? Is it not? Customizing
Is it
your
Destiny?
hero,
Yeah.
right? I hope it's not sort of this game as a service game. I hope it is a super strong linear story that makes me care about these characters even more.
Now,
than
you
I
like
already
games
do.
as service games.
No. Boo.
And Insomniac killed
Yay.
it with Spider-Man.
Sure. So you
And
just want to follow that mold?
Yeah, we saw what a AAA sort of superhero game can be.
Sure.
Which was one of the Game of the Year contenders, and I do not want that out of Avengers.
Oh, I see. So you're saying the games as service couldn't be a Game of the Year contender? That's what you just said, sir.
That's what I
you
said,
just
yeah.
said.
Mark it
Have
down.
you played the Division 2?
I feel that in the
Game
heart,
of the Year
in my
contender
heart
right
of
now.
hearts. But I agree with you, Andy, in the sense that it's like I would rather the narrative-based, single player
Oh, yeah.
experience. But like I feel like I'm not a games as service guy, never have been, probably never will be. But if anything can sway me, it's the Avengers. Right?
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if what they show me can make me interested in giving a game like that a shot, and trying to see gameplay wise how exciting that is for me.
We're 13 minutes away right now from Square Enix Live. I want to point out that in the Twitch chat, Diluted Potato 1 said, "We are crushing middle guy's soul." That's you. We're crushing your
middle guy.
soul.
God's Planful said that ex-CEO Kaz Hirai tweeted.
No.
Again?
He's not back.
Make
Is that
you
a rumor?
rise from the dead?
I hope that they're not. I hope I didn't just get debated. Let's see.
Clicking it back open. And 16
Whoa.
minutes ago, finally back at E3, and I've just arrived at our usual press conference venue. Is as good as they get, ladies and gentlemen.
Man,
We
Kev, can
miss
you bring this up real quick?
Oh my god!
So I can reference this. So Square doing a live press conference.
Okay.
Not like a weird Connect stream like last year.
Yeah,
Where is this?
This is interesting. I don't know. There's a
Hell in the
balcony
depths
though.
of hell.
But there they are, getting ready to make some hot announcements.
Very
We'll have to
cool.
See how this goes.
So,
Oh, Brittany.
hey,
Andrea.
Andrea, what's good games? What's
There
up?
we go. Anyways,
Andy.
What's up?
So like, are you gonna give it a shot if the rumors are true and it's a games?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot, but I'll be really bummed out about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the thing always happens with games as a service games like Division, like Destiny. No matter how good the story can be,
Yeah.
I'm constantly distracted by my friends in my party, where I'm not listening
Oh,
to the
sure,
cutscenes.
sure.
We're skipping through stuff. I feel like it's so hard to care about narrative or NPCs and stuff like that when you are in a games as a service game. That's just how I feel.
100%. I know. I understand.
Kind of a bug. But I'm also just interested in like, what heroes are we gonna play as? How do their movesets differentiate from each other? What I'm worried about is like in Spider-Man when we were all like, being Spider-Man was great. Playing as Mary Jane,
we weren't all like that.
Great.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I didn't hate it, but of course
Tim was like, ugh.
I didn't want to be Miles. I didn't want to be Miles crawling through and doing Metal Gear stealth sessions.
Andre, Black Nerd over there, right there
there's
too.
Andre.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of worried about. It's like, Captain America is so much fun to play as.
Sure, that is the concern.
But now they're putting me in the Hulk in this mission. It's like,
but I feel like that's the concern with an Avengers game, period. Hey, guess what? Like,
I wanna
Spider-Man
hear
was a
the
great game.
music
Let's say
they're
even
playing.
if throw away all the games as service rumors, right? It would still be that of, hey, we're giving you a linear game where you play as 4 of the Avengers, 5 of the Avengers, and then is Thor gonna feel as good as Iron Man, as Black Widow down the line like that, right? You feel like you'd have somebody who's gonna be a clear. There's always going to be a ranking, right, of who's most fun to play as, and go on through that way.
Yeah.
And you wonder then, if you can nail one of those characters. And that's the thing, is we've come so far with video games in general that
in the end, doesn't even matter.
Wherever we go, or whatever we're about to get, if Thor's in the game, right, calling back Mjolnir is going to be compared to God of War.
It better feel as good as it does in God of War.
Right.
If Spider-Man's in the game, it better feel as good as Spider-Man does in Spider-Man.
Insomniac,
Insomniac
right.
that would be so bizarre to me, though. If Spider-Man is in this game, is it the same thing? Did Insomniac help out? I feel like it would.
I still don't believe this is going to be in the same universe. That's another prediction if we're getting into it. I do not think this is. I don't think the Marvel games universe is going to happen anytime soon. And I definitely don't think these two attach.
Really?
Especially if it's going to be games as a service. Like, and you're floating around, how do you wrap the story into that? And like, why would you tie both versions of the game down and have to worry about what's happening in their New York, what's happening with their Avengers Tower?
Yeah.
You want carte blanche to go out there and do it, let alone the cycles, how long any of these, when's this game coming out, when's the next Spider-Man coming out, how do they all intersect? It's just too much of a headache. And video games, I think, slide too much. And video games get canceled all the time too. So I don't think it's as easy.
Right, you got 9 minutes.
Okay, it's phase
Go
3
take
of
your
Marvel
potty
movies.
break.
We understand how
Go
to make
get
a
a
Marvel
drink.
movie. We can announce all these dates, all these titles. And granted, even there's slippage
Get your
and things
tweeting
move around,
done.
but
Yeah.
not to this level.
Yeah, I could see, if this game flops and it's a game as a service and nobody cares, but there's so much lore attached to it. Or
He's
something like
drinking
that.
beer.
Yeah, the sirens on our end. I could see that affecting other games in the future. I'm still worried, but
it's also the thing too. They figure all the movies we're building
That's
to one
not
thing.
my house.
Right.
That
I'm gonna
was
believe that they're putting out
L.A.
the
4
ultimate
different games that are
15
over the
years.
next 15 years with delays that are gonna build up to one giant game.
I mean, we've been waiting for this game for years now. They first teased it with that
Disassemble, or
was it disassemble?
it was something like that. Reassemble,
It's like where it had
reassemble.
reassemble. It had the shield and it had all their kind of weapons
Disassemble.
on the floor and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was years ago at this point.
Yep.
And on top of that, years ago, 2015, Final Fantasy VII Remake. We got the trailer. It blew everyone's minds that this is real, that they're actually doing it. And here we are now, 4 years later.
That wasn't my
and it's,
house.
man,
That was
the
in
release date
Tyle's
given last
house.
night, and we're about to see it. What I want most from this press conference is details. How are they splitting this game up? How is it going to be released? As recently as the last 4 months, they've been talking about how it's episodic. But what does that mean in modern times?
Yeah.
For a $60 game.
What was the date they announced at the concert?
March 3rd.
'Kay.
But it was confusing the way that they wrote the number out because they're Square.
Europeans?
No, it was just like there was like
0303 was one bunch, and then
there was
2020
no,
was
like,
another bunch.
periods in the right
Got it.
places.
030.
I'm super
know,
excited
man.
for Final Fantasy VII. I am somebody who never
How could you
cared
not?
about Final Fantasy games growing up. It was always a game. Except for like Pokemon, but that's different to me. I don't know. But with Final Fantasy 15, that was one of the first
You're not
games
pooping
I
your
played since
pants,
Final Fantasy
Lackey.
10.
Mm-hmm.
I
Make
played
sure to
bit of
get a
Final Fantasy
diaper
10.
on first.
I don't know how many hours I put in. Maybe.
Bye, Andy. Have a
15
great
hours.
day
I
at
was like,
work.
you know what? I don't really
I
like
love 10 so
turn-based,
much.
but I'm trying. You know. 15 kind of, made me care about the combat. I thought the combat was really fun. I liked switching
7
between
minutes.
different people.
And it looks like they're doing that.
Yeah.
They're in 7 Remake, and a lot of people are upset that it's not a totally faithful,
Yeah.
traditional turn-based.
That's what I was
just like the first
wondering.
game. But I like the direction from what we've seen that they're going, where it's like,
That's
hey, we're going
cool.
to
It's gonna be
expand on the
different.
story and lore and characters of
I'm
7.
so stoked.
But we're going to make it more action-based and make it feel like a more modern game. Final Fantasy 7, the classic, is still available. You can play it on the Switch now. You can play it in so many different places.
I'm really excited because I don't know a damn thing about the story. I know like the one lady dies or whatever, and it's in Midway or what the fuck. I'm super
The
stoked.
lady dies on the midway. That is
Really
something
excited.
that happens. Now,
Yeah,
Tim,
a lot
here's
of
my
questions.
question for you.
Uh-huh.
We were talking earlier about, is this just going to be a Nintendo Direct, PlayStation showcase, which is what they call it, State of Play. Now we know we're in a theater. There's something happening. What does this do for your level of hype, and what do you think is going to happen?
I feel like when you do something like this, you better bring it production values wise.
Kev, can we see it while we talk about it?
There better be some cool moments, some fun uses of orchestras and like
this building is
weird
insane.
things. Otherwise, it's like why you wasting the money?
This looks like a Nier Automata boss level.
Oh, Nier Automata. Maybe we'll see something from that.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you just stumbled upon it,
that
man.
could be
You
cool.
just hit the honey pot.
5.5
Honey
minutes.
pot. We talk about
Are you
video
guys
games
excited?
a lot here at Kind of Funny Games. You can click the little follow button. This little heart, little purple thing says Kind of Funny Games. Click it. Then you're following us, and you get to see all of our content daily on every weekday, Monday through Friday. We have a show called Kind of Funny Games Daily, where we
Everyone in
talk
the chat's
about,
calling Andy middle guy. I love it. I love it. They all call him middle guy.
we have discussions on all the day's biggest video game news. We have a weekly show called Kind of Funny Games Cast, where we talk about the games that we're playing. We have a whole other channel. Well, the Twitch is the same, Kind of Funny Games, but YouTube.com/kindoffunny is more entertainment-based, movie-based, TV-based, comics, and just,
Should we switch back to IGN?
generalities.
Do you want to know our ranking for the MCU?
That's a good place to go.
How would you ever know that?
Do you not? All right, I get it.
But anyways, please click that follow button. Thank you guys so much for supporting us.
Now,
there.
Brossis says no one wants to watch you guys daily.
Hey,
Oh,
you know what?
Well, hold on. Clearly.
My 2015 Game Awards says something different, Brossis, all right? I don't mean to come on to twitch.tv/Twitch and tell you you're stupid, but I'll let the award say it. You're stupid. You know what I'm saying?
You're getting called out by a statue.
That statue just owed you.
Get shit on, dude.
So, dude, real talk. I feel like this has potential to be my conference of the show, but there's a lot of things they can do to mess that up. I feel like if Avengers
Why are they
doesn't look
spamming
fun,
Resident
that's going to be a
Sleeper?
big hit against me. And if Final Fantasy VII is too convoluted in its release strategy, I'm going to be pretty let down by that.
I hope it's your #1 conference. I think this has been a middling year for conferences. Where no one's knocking out of the park, no one's getting all of it. Yeah,
right
exactly.
now.
And so, that's maybe this is going to work to their advantage because my expectations are so low for Square Enix's thing. Last year's was so bad to get here now and be like, oh well, Avengers and Final Fantasy. Sure, I'm excited, but like, are you going to screw it up?
Do
or
you
are you
guys
gonna
think we're going to get more Kingdom Hearts shit?
Literally means like a Borderlands style, you can just swap in and out from single to multiplayer, or if continuous means more like a Destiny style online evergreen, ever-going experience.
Yeah, I mean, this to me really does feel like it could just be Avengers Destiny. And I'm fine with that. I'm really fine. I mean, how do you feel about that, Justin, as the Destiny guy?
Based on that description, I don't think it's going to be Avengers Destiny. I bet it's like one story told from different perspectives, like vignettes of each of the heroes, and potentially by the end of it, because based on the teaser, we actually
What did you
see,
delete, Tubi?
what looks like the Avengers defeated, right? Like they're battle-strewn
Yeah,
armor
the hashtag
and
they were
such
using
down
was
there.
reassemble.
Yeah, so you probably start knocked out, maybe you go back in time, and then it takes you through these vignettes of each of the heroes. And I'm totally just guessing. I have no idea, but I'm just imagining what they could do with this premise and the description you said. And I would actually like that. Then at the end, you kind of come together as a team, and you defeat whatever foe is left in the game.
I just wonder how much of that trailer actually still holds for what this game is now.
Right.
Because that was almost 2 years ago. Like it was over a year and a half at this point, or no, 2.5 years, I guess. The game could be completely different from what that teaser trailer promised. We really don't know at this point.
I'm also just really curious, if you do get to choose to be an Avenger, does that mean you get, like, someone else gets locked out of that character?
Yeah.
Like, because no one's going to want to be Hawkeye. It's going to be like,
oh, hold on a second.
I kind of like Hawkeye. He gets a bad
You
rap.
can be Hawkeye. You can,
I'll
you
be
can fall on
Hawkeye.
that sword.
People will want to be Hawkeye. Yeah, for sure.
Especially kids. My like 7-year-old nephews love Hawkeye. He's great.
Yeah. So if it is like Destiny and everybody can only pick
2
one
minutes.
character, that's like 300 players max, right? How many Avengers have there been in
Maybe I
history?
should get another water.
I mean, there's like 700 X-Men alone.
All right,
and
so
a lot of them
700
are in
players
the event.
only, and then that's it. You're locked out. No, it would be kind of neat if it was like an MMO sort of thing, I suppose. But how many Iron Men can there be? You know, like
he has
my
a lot of
squad of
suits.
Iron
Yeah.
Men run out. He has. I guess
He's
that
got a lot
would
of
work
cool armor,
premise-wise.
Jackson.
He does.
And a lot of money. Yeah, I I really hope you get to play as the iconic characters. I would love if there is like a stat building aspect to it, like you get to upgrade whether it's Iron Man's armor or like Cap's shield and maybe his abilities, like he learns new things as you go along. I do want that sense of progression with those characters, but I genuinely don't know what the framework of this game is going to be.
Yeah.
Especially after Marvel's Spider-Man delivered this great single-player character-focused story and adventure, and then we're getting something like Marvel's Iron Man VR, which is also single-player focused, character-focused, and really is about making you Iron Man.
Right. We are just about a minute away from the
They wore the
conference
same
beginning,
shirt.
so as soon as it begins, we'll throw you over there. Make sure you stay tuned afterwards for all of our post-show analysis and discussion. What
How
is the chance that
embarrassing.
there's any sort of movie tie-in to this game?
No way.
No way.
I think
None.
super slim.
I haven't
What I was
played
really
my
asking is, what is the
Spider-Man
chance
game either.
some of the actors from the movie are going to be there at the conference?
He'll get Hawkeye.
What is the
sure.
chance I'm
They'll
going to
get
see Jeremy Renner?
Yeah,
I mean,
he'll do it.
When
30
Captain America
seconds.
Civil War was coming out, it was such a big thing where they were like, we don't know if we're going to get Robert Downey Jr. back for more movies, and like the Hollywood Reporter reports was that it was like $50 million to get him back.
Yeah.
There's no way they got him to come voice Iron Man in this game.
Yeah,
But there are people that sound a lot like him. That's more likely.
Yes, yeah.
Let's see. All right. The conference should be beginning. If it's right on time, it's going to be 10 seconds from now. Let me know, Dan, if we need to vamp a little bit more. But everybody.
Can I just talk about Avengers Endgame spoilers, I guess, at this point?
Yeah,
Is
let's
that
just
fair
go
game?
ahead and spoil
I
it.
just want to rag on Jeremy
Right now.
Renner.
No,
All
I
right,
don't.
All right, it's beginning on time. Enjoy the show. We'll see you afterwards.
Like, why did that timer go back to a minute and a half? Yeah! Woo, 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 woo! Show 'em how it's done, Square Enix! Ah! Why are they screaming like that? Yay! The remake.
Please welcome Yoshinori Kitase, producer, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
大変嬉しく思います。22年間の時を経て、あのキャラクターたちが非常に美しく、さらに魅力的になって帰ってきました。
I am very happy to be able to introduce this long-beloved title once again. After 22 years, the familiar characters we love have returned while becoming more beautiful and captivating than ever before.
今まで応援し続けてくださっているファンの皆さん、長年のサポートありがとうございます。大変お待たせいたしました。新たなる冒険へと共に踏み出すことを非常に楽しみにしております。
To our longtime fans, we thank you for your support and patience over these years, and we look forward to embarking on this journey together.
FF7 をリメイクするにあたって、ファイナルファンタジー7の世界観やキャラクターたちをより深く今回は描いております。ファイナルファンタジー7リメイクプロジェクトの最初の作品となる本作では、ミッドガルのストーリーを広大にかつ緻密に語っております。またゲームデザインも今作用に最適化しておりまして、ブルーレイ2枚組相当のボリュームを見込んでおります。 一本の独立したゲームとして十分期待に応える作品になっております。
Remaking Final Fantasy VII has allowed us to dive much deeper into the world and its characters than ever before. The game design was optimized for this title as well, and we anticipate 2 Blu-ray discs worth of gameplay content. The first game in this project expands on the story of Midgar and is such an elaborate retelling that it has become a solid standalone game in its own right.
これからご紹介する映像およびゲームプレイで、ファンの方の、期待を決して裏切らない皆さんのね、よく知っているFF7 に再会できることとなります。
Through the content we are about to unveil today, and through all that we have yet to unveil, we will not disappoint your expectations. Your reunion with the Final Fantasy VII you know is near.
それと同時にですね、当時を知らないゲームファンの方は、全く新しいね、ファイナルファンタジーと出会うことになります。
To newcomers who never played the original, we present to you a completely new Final Fantasy and a perfect starting point to explore the world of Final Fantasy VII.
Yay! That's me.
Please welcome Neil Pabone, Senior Manager, Product Marketing, Square Enix.
Square Enix. Now I know how to say that word.
はい、本日はですね、ニールにゲームプレイを紹介してもらいます。
So, Neil is here to introduce you and walk you through gameplay.
Nice.
Thank you, Katase-san. All right, everyone, let's mosey.
I hope you know how to play.
Final Fantasy VII Remake features a hybrid gameplay system that merges real-time action with strategic command-based combat. For starters, each press of the square button is a swing of Cloud's Buster Sword. Cloud attacks, dodges, and blocks all in real time. His standard attacks do some damage, but they barely scratch the surface of Cloud's true potential. Succeeding on the battlefield requires much more than just hacking and slashing. Cloud needs to be tactical. He needs ATB. 2 ATB bars are displayed in the lower right. These fill up slowly over time, but fill much faster as Cloud lands standard attacks.
Yay, we love ATB.
Once an ATB bar is full, you can enter tactical mode, where time slows to a crawl and you have the opportunity to choose actions from the command menu. Katase-san, I've had the pleasure of seeing quite a bit of the game, but tactical mode never gets old for me. I could just sit here all day long and watch this beautiful slow motion action.
観客の皆さんね、おそらくね、他の部分ももう少し見たいのではないかと思いますが、皆さんいかがでしょうか。
Thank you, Square Enix.
I think the audience would like to see more. Isn't that right, everyone?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Well, once in tactical mode, you can choose to perform various abilities, such as Cloud's Braver attack. Using an item in battle will deplete an ATB charge, and if Cloud has the right materia equipped and enough MP, he can use ATB charges to cast spells. Of course, this being a remake, we're sure to see some familiar faces. With the use of his iconic gun arm, Barrett is able to target enemies at a distance. Barrett's standard attacks generate ATB charges similar to Cloud, but his abilities are entirely different. Switching between characters in combat is done with a single button press, which makes rotating through party members a snap. Speaking of other party members, Katase-san, when are we going to see Tifa in action?
Maybe soon.
All right. Characters will continue to fight even when you're not controlling them directly, but it's up to you to choose how and when ATB charges are used. You can maximize your effectiveness by switching between characters or issuing commands to characters with full ATB bars. Every enemy has a focus gauge that fills up as you do damage. When the gauge is full, the enemy becomes staggered and you'll deal bonus damage. Tactical mode evokes the command selections from the original Final Fantasy VII and allows players to enjoy battle while taking the time to think strategically.
Okay, it is looking like Final Fantasy 15 right now, isn't it?
For players who prefer fast-paced action, abilities and spells can be bound to shortcuts for immediate execution. Shortcuts make combat extremely dynamic, but the choice of using them is entirely up to you. Right, Katase-san?
そうですね、プレイスタイルに合わせて楽しめるゲームになっておりますので、ぜひご期待ください。
That's right. The game has been made so that you can choose how to play. I hope players get excited about this.
Well, that's a brief
FF7
introduction to
skin.
combat in Final
I can
Fantasy
see
VII
that.
Remake.
Yeah.
And we look forward to showing you a whole lot more
does look
in
like
the
that.
coming months. For now,
Like,
let's see
exactly
how
like
Cloud
that.
and Barrett do
Even-
against
look,
the more
it's like the same
formidable
map.
foe.
You double crossing!
Heads up.
What the hell? Hey, how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded.
Attack, attack,
Lightning
attack,
magic.
attack.
No other option.
Punisher mode. Show us Punisher mode. Overcharge. You said a bad word.
It's on you.
Guess it's my turn.
I'm waiting.
Okay, so you're controlling both characters then, right?
Oh yeah!
Yeah, I think so. Right.
Going all out.
Switch.
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
Whoops. Don't hit him again.
It's my time to shine. Bring it on. About damn time. Ain't that something you want to say to yours too?
Bingo. Focus on that core.
Oh, now he remembers. Don't keep me waiting in suspense next time.
Take him down.
This is now. You're mine.
Damn it. Need to heal up soon. Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Phoenix down potion.
What do we do?
Don't get hit. Take cover behind that debris.
Suck on me!
Change of plans. Steel skin, focus shot, overcharge, attack.
Hey, it's doing that thing again.
Find cover and hunker down.
Again and again and again. Now, get in there and get that. Yeah. What's it doing now?
Not a repair kit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
The fire coming! The fire coming! This one right here is for the planet. We gonna let this thing keep pushing us around? I don't think so. And down goes the
Well, geez, if they're opening with this, I hope they have something good at the end.
Going in.
What else do you guys want? More Final Fantasy Mobile? Final Fantasy card game? More Kingdom Hearts DLC? Yeah, but you want more, right? Lackey, more.
20 minutes until destination.
Final Fantasy Battle Royale. Yo, Final Fantasy VIP loot boxes.
Damn thing showed you how it's done.
More and more.
Please welcome Tetsuya Nomura, director, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Now the director.
Thank you for joining us, Nomura-san. It is an absolute honor to have you here. Kitase-san, how do you feel working with Nomura-san once again on Final Fantasy VII Remake?
はい、彼とはですね、原作の FF7 以降、何作もね、一緒にね、その後も仕事はしてるんですけども、今作のようにね、再びね、ディレクション、キャラクターデザイナー、そしてね、ストーリーとね、がっつり組むのはまた久しぶりなのでね、22年前と全く変わらない熱量でね、今作でも取り組んでいる姿を見てね、私も正直ね、喜んでいます。
Since the original Final Fantasy VII, I've worked with him on many titles, but it has been a while since we've actually had him work so heavily on a project like this, from the direction to character design to the story. And I'm really happy to see him working on this title with the same passion that he had 22 years ago.
はい。
野村さん、コメントどうぞ。
はい。今まで結構長い間お待たせしましたが、ずっと応援してくださっているファンの皆様、本当にありがとうございました。そしてですね、皆さん今日初めて、プレイ画面を結構長めに見たと思いますが、おそらく想像してたものとは少し違ったんじゃないかなと、思っております。
So first and foremost, we wanted to extend our gratitude to those who have been waiting so patiently and have been supporting us for such a long time until now. And also, we've taken a look at gameplay right now, and we've fairly showed you a good bit.
でですね、そういうわけなので、皆さんぜひ触れてみたいんじゃないかなと思いましてですね、実際に、触ってみたいですかね。
Boo. And I was wondering, do you guys want to actually play the game?
No.
ということでですね、明日から開催されます E3 のですね、スクエアエニックスブースの方で、セブンリメイク、プレイアブル出展していますので、ぜひ機会のある方は、触れてみてください。
So we actually have playable demo kiosks available at the Square Enix E3 booth. So I hope you have the opportunity to try it out.
What about those of us who are at home?
はい。それではですね、最後に、皆さんにご覧いただきたいものがありますので、ぜひ、昨日はですね、コンサートの方でショート版のトレーラーを、公開しましたけども、今日はロング版をご用意してますので、ぜひご覧ください。
So finally, there is something that we wanted to show you. Yesterday, we showed you a short version of a trailer at the Final Fantasy VII concert. But today we have a longer version.
And after the conference starts, we'll have an even longer version. I like this world.
These sewer rats appear to call themselves Avalanche.
No, Buns, you're spoiling it. Bye, Nomadic.
Saving my life. You think he's a keeper?
Oh my god.
No, I'm not kidding. And I even have a chat rule that says, please never give away any story, movie, or game, or book spoilers in chat. Because there's always going to be people who don't know. Tifa! It's Tifa!
Have you been a good girl?
I heard you're having second thoughts.
I know we have to think big if we're going to make a difference. But not like this. I feel trapped.
Yeah, we're watching
My turn.
Get going.
She's hand-to-hand combat. Final Fantasy VII.
Got you now.
You're not real. You're clown. I have a favor to ask of you. Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
You bastard! Yeah!
Hold on to that hatred.
Oh god, that was an amazing, super special, longer trailer. Well, I guess I'll be getting that game. Take my wallet. Marry me, Sephiroth. That's what he said. Life is Strange 2.
Hey, just the son I wanted to see.
I have a Square Enix partnership, Nomadic, so they'll probably give it to me.
How do you feel with us misfits?
Come on! Gotcha!
Ready when you are, young master.
Oh my god, this is so exciting. Oh my gosh.
I love the setting. It's so beautiful, man. Time to hit the road.
You'll be fine, Daniel. As long as we're together.
Nomadic, making it rain.
Come on, Daniel. You got this.
Starting to be able to control his powers.
Ah, spoilers.
Oh no.
No, I shouldn't do this. Stop it, you crazy? On the ground, now! Whoa! Oh my god.
I miss Dad.
I'm so sorry, Daniel.
I'm really glad I got to meet you.
It's the same for me.
Ah, bro hug. What a nice dude, man.
It's the puppy! The puppy!
We got a puppy!
Daniel! Come on!
Run!
Do it, Daniel! Now!
Oh, this is gonna be the cliffhanger.
Don't spoil it.
Stop
They're
doing your
spoiling it.
Stop.
Don't grab me!
That was so intense.
It's my power,
Boo.
not yours.
What the? No, that's the ending, isn't it?
Boo, spoilers.
This game is awesome.
Yeah. I saw the whole game, right? I know. I can see that.
From ages long ago, miasma has blanketed the world.
You guys like miasma?
Crystals keep the deadly miasma in check, but the crystal's
Yeah, I don't think they gave
power
away
is
the
not
story.
eternal. These are the chronicles of brave young adventurers who journey to protect their home. These are the Crystal Chronicles.
If we had no crystals, miasma would consume us all, correct?
Never did I imagine that it could be so bright.
In online multiplayer mode, caravan with friends wherever they may be. Keep the adventure close at hand. The journey now unfolds on smartphones. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition.
Crystal Chronicles.
This winter, embark on a new journey once more.
I can't.
Journey begins.
I'm mirrored.
Lead us on our way.
This should be fun.
I like their concept art.
This world is full of mysteries.
They've always got amazing concept art.
Prepare yourself. I will not lose to you.
Now the true lesson begins.
The hunt is on.
This is the beginning of your end.
Conjure lightning.
This will settle things.
My blade protects those in need.
Now to seal the deal.
Let's end this, shall we?
My brand, I'll strike you down.
I'm ready for you.
This is our chance.
Octopath Traveler.
No entitled. We want Final Fantasy and Rabbids. Where do you get Final Fantasy and Mickey Mouse? And new Nier and Rabbids. Would you take Nier go-karts? What were those games called? Nier Kart. Would you take Nier Kart? Nier Auto Kart?
It's bigger. It's better. It's the one, the only, the builder of the game.
Builders.
It's Dragon Quest Builders 2. The children of Hargon, the vile cult that worships destruction, has outlawed the building, cooking, and creation of all things, and captured the builders. All hope seems to be lost until you, a young apprentice builder, manages to escape the clutches of evil. Washed up on the deserted shores of the Isle of Awakening, and with the help of your spirited and mysterious companion, Malroth, it is up to you to doff your mallet and club, unravel the riddles
here
of
you
this
go.
land,
Minecraft
and defeat
and
the hateful children of Harkon.
Final Fantasy and Minecraft.
Travel the diverse
It's what you
islands and
wanted
discover
entitled
your true potential as a
Minecraft
master
Dungeons.
builder. There is a land of adventure with many islands offering unlimited
Your dream
building
just came true.
combinations. You will have to master new crafting skills on each island with more to do
Yeah, this is
and
Minecraft
even more to
Dungeons.
create. Everything in Dragon Quest Builders 2 is much, much bigger. Build huge structures in a larger world with more variety and options than ever before. And with a little help from the eager
Dragon
islanders.
Quest Builders 2.
The world is humongous, and you'll need your wits about you to get around. Run across open fields and explore ruins, treacherous mines, and
Look,
spectacular
dungeons.
castles.
Entitled.
Dive into the watery depths to discover hidden treasures. Climb the highest mountains to catch the sunset. And glide home to rest up for your next day of adventure.
There's floating, there's barrels, there's
But beware,
blocks.
monsters roam this land and will need to be dispatched with cunning composure. Luckily, accompanying you on your quest is the enigmatic Malroth, an aggressive amnesiac with a fondness for fighting foes. Use powerful attacks on the battlefield to take down monstrous beasts. Work together with your villagers to till soil, plant seeds, and raise
Is
a
it co-op?
multitude of crops.
It's
Be sure to customize
Final
the way you
Fantasy,
build your fields
Minecraft,
to support the kind of crops you'll grow.
Stardew Edition.
Harvest anything from the humble cabbage and wheat to
It's everything you
tantalizingly
guys
tasty
want.
tomatoes.
They've even got tomatoes.
Big projects require big help. You and 3 friends
Co-op.
can team up online to build anything you can imagine.
Put an onion
Let
on
your
it.
creativity run wild. The only limit is your imagination. So call on your friends and build your fate together.
Wow. There you go, guys. See?
The road you build is paved with peril, young builder. Only you can defeat the children of Hargon. Bring an end to destruction and save the world.
What's up with the evil children that we need to kill? They keep talking about killing evil children. July 12th. PS4 only? Playable demo available June 27th. Children are evil.
Old luminary. Yggdrasil's chosen.
Well, you're the reincarnation of the luminary.
Oh, it's on Switch. It's gonna be on Switch.
Know this. The luminary is the root of all evil and will bring naught but misery to our realm. You shall not escape me, Darkspawn!
Let's do this. I believe in you.
This was actually really cute. A whole new chapter.
Do not lose heart. Do not look back. Remember, you're the luminary. We believe in you.
Dragon Quest 11 Definitive Edition. This fall on Nintendo Switch. Now what's next? Something purple. A collective. I love this program that they have. The collective program's awesome. Oh, they did Turing tests? I didn't know that. Black the Fall, I liked that. I missed Children of the Zodiacs. Oh, Tokyo Dark, I missed that too. This is just 2016. Oh, 17, 18. That looks cool. Forgotten Anne. Boundless, people seem to really like that a lot. Yay! What's in 2020? Yeah, Forgotten Anne was amazing. Really.
Hello everyone, this is Carolina.
Alberto and Carlos Mastreta.
Cars? Near
We're
Cars?
a family of motorsport fans from Mexico, and we're the founders of Original Fire Games.
Over the last few decades, we have seen a fascinating evolution in racing games. And nowadays, you can drive almost any type of car on amazing recreations of the best tracks in the world.
However, we believe it's time to try something different. We want to do this by reviving a style that pioneered racing games decades ago.
Our game mixes top-down racing with a classic, sharp arcade look and tactile driving physics, which brings together a whole range of styles and eras of motorsport.
We are delighted to share this moment with you.
And show a sneak preview of our game, which Square Enix Collective will publish in 2020.
Join us for the ride, and see you again soon.
All right. So the community votes on what games Square Enix is going to pick up. Circuit Superstars.
Battalion 1944 recaptures the core of classic competitive first-person shooters. You'll need to quickly coordinate strategies with your team on the fly, whilst keeping your movement nimble and your aim precise if you hope to beat out the competition. There are multiple game modes for you and your team to dive into. Test your skills in domination, capture the flag, or team deathmatch, and perfect your tactics in the highly competitive Wartide game mode. Faceit competitive toolset is fully integrated into the game, bringing world-renowned competitive matchmaking, 1v1s, tournaments, rankings, and leaderboards. Kill enemies, win matches, and rank up to demonstrate your Battalion 1944 prowess and unlock visual customization rewards.
Hi, Jack. Well, it looks like
each season will bring challenges
pretty tight gunplay
and medals to unlock, whilst tracking your in-game accomplishments and providing you with an easy way to compare them against your friends via
leaderboards. We want leaderboards.
Halt the Axis offensive in their tracks with the rapid-fire PPSH, or take fire with pixel precision with the Mosin Nagant.
Red Dead have leaderboards.
And a whole host of new weapons just as deadly as their owners. With a range of environments to test your skills in, and a variety of weapons at your disposal, play as a team and compete to be top of the leaderboards. Available now on Steam.
Another collective game. Cheaters. Oh. Do they actually have any though? Do we have aimbot users on console? You know, there probably are people using mouse. That's a thing. Oh, every leaderboard ever. Oh. Well, can't they just exclude the ones that are like massively outliers? Like it would be obvious? Like, guess not. Square Enix music. Plus $14.99 a month. Oh, that's actually cool. The soundtracks. Everyone loves those soundtracks. That's cool. Disney Pixar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It is Kingdom Hearts, yeah. But this is one of the, like, past ones. Oh, this is the recent one? Oh. It just has some of the same characters. Kingdom Hearts Battle Royale. Minecraft Hearts. Everything you want. Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC. Winter.
Please welcome Naoki Yoshida, producer and director, Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Hi guys, my name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, Lucky, get with it.
今日はですね、すみません、短い時間ですが、僕からはいよいよこの7月2日発売となる Final Fantasy XIV 拡張パッケージ第3弾、漆黒のヴィランズの紹介をさせていただきます。
So we'd like to take a little bit of your time to show off Shadowbringers Final Fantasy XIV's third expansion pack, which is releasing on July the 2nd.
Cool. Well, that's soon.
2013年に新生オルゼア・レルムリボーンが発売されてから、6年が経ちました。なんと世界で累計登録アカウント数1600万を突破し、なんとこのですね、漆黒のヴィランズの発売を前にして有料会員数も過去最高を、更新することができました。これらは全て世界中のプレイヤー、光の戦士の皆さんのおかげです。この場を借りて改めてお礼申し上げます。
It's been 6 years since the release of A Realm Reborn in 2013, and over the years we have surpassed 16 million total registered users. Plus, we have reached the highest number of active subscribers in history, in its history, before the launch of Shadowbringers. This is all thanks to our players, our warriors of light.
このシャドーブリンガーズではですね、拡張パッケージにとどまらない新作 RPG1 本分のボリュームと、そしてゲーム体験をお届けしたいと思います。
We view Shadowbringers as more than a simple expansion pack, but as a new game filled with volume and gameplay experiences that are comparable to a brand new standalone RPG title.
また新ジョブであるガンブレーカー、それから踊り子、新種族のロスガルとビエラなど、これからファイナルファンタジー14を始める皆さんにも多数の新規の要素が用意されています。
And there's so many new elements in the game for those who have yet to play Final Fantasy XIV, including 2 new jobs, the Gunbreaker and the Dancer, as well as 2 new playable races, the Frothgar and the Viera.
Cool.
ぜひファイナルファンタジーシリーズの最新作としてファイナルファンタジー7リメイクの発売、2020年3月3日までの間、漆黒のヴィランズをお楽しみください。
We are excited to bring Shadowbringers as the latest installment in the Final Fantasy franchise for our fans to enjoy, at least until 2020 March 3rd, when Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out.
March 3rd.
それではいよいよ7月2日、ローンチとなりますが、この場で世界初公開となるその漆黒のヴィランズのローンチトレーラーをご覧いただこうと思います。
Oh God, that's in a while.
We are pleased to bring a world premiere of the launch trailer for Shadowbringers, releasing on July the 2nd.
Please take a look.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? Over 100 bleeding years ago. That's when.
Isn't Final Fantasy XIV cross-platform, guys? We should all play
In
it.
that chaotic no man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future.
That doesn't sound good, Sushi.
That's how the Sin Eaters came to be. They were once living creatures, or people, that were caught in the path of the flood. Once the change is wrought, there is no going back.
The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor.
There's no voice audio, is there, in Final Fantasy?
That's Volthree.
It's just typing.
Sin Eaters are part of Yulmor's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether.
This world is beyond saving. Like those who try to save it. This world has had its fill of heroes.
But you don't all have to be on the same server, right? You can visit each other's servers. Oh, they use Discord, okay.
Everything we did, everything we gave.
You can't visit other servers.
What was it for?
Oh, do you find it?
How many years have I waited for this moment?
Hi, Joseph.
For the one possessed of her blessing.
Same data center.
Through prayer and sacrifice, the will of the star was made manifest.
I'm sorry,
Good
I can
night,
only
Cheesy.
assume I misheard. But it sounded an awful lot like you were implying both Zodiac and Hydaelyn are not gods. But
They are gods after a fashion, yes. The eldest and most powerful of primals.
It looks so similar. Dying Light 2. Please give us a date. I want to play this so bad. Spring. Oh yeah. I forgot. Someone told me that. Spring. Was there a second Mirror's Edge? I don't think so. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick restroom break during this. Was the first Dying Light also Square Enix published? Is this the game where you have babies? I thought that was Stardew.
Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Enjoyed by fans the world over, has surpassed 39 million downloads. Now, Square Enix proudly presents the international reveal of a new title born from the FFBE universe. War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. These two titles, FFBE and War of the Visions, will be the pillars of the growing world of Lapis. This is the story of Ardora, a continent of Lapis. A tiny spark here ignites the flames that would embroil the entire continent in conflict. A conflict later spoken of as the War of the Visions. Leonis, ruled by the Red Lion Monarch, possesses the power of visions, as well as twin princes. Horn, the great Western Kingdom, governed by a policy of peace, and its brave and wise king. Fennis, where the king of the savages has organized the barbarian tribes into Ardora's mightiest militant state. Wezet, the great Eastern Kingdom, over which
I think we just saw
despot.
Margaret.
Crystal Sanctum, a religious city-state with believers throughout Ardora, founded by one who claims to be God. Each burdened with its own dignity, thus is the curtain drawn on a struggle in which the fate of nations rests. All is for one's homeland. War of the Visions, Final Fantasy, Brave Exvius. Now in development.
For smartphone. Developing now. Gears of War. People Can Fly. I forget what else they did. She looks awesome.
Please welcome Sebastian Wojciechowski, Studio Head, People Can Fly.
People Can Fly.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sebastian Wojciechowski, Studio Head at People Can Fly, the studio behind Bulletstorm and Gears of War Judgment. Yeah, any Bulletstorm fans in the house? All right. Wow, let me tell you, it feels great to be here and feels amazing to be able to finally announce Outriders. I'd like to thank the team at People Can Fly. You guys are amazing, and I know that some of you are watching this live, even though
score is huge.
It's 4 a.m. in the morning in Poland, so make a noise for them, please.
Oh, they're Fortnite.
And of course, Square Enix for the
I was
help
like,
and
how do I
support as
know
work
People
together
Can Fly?
on this
Fortnite.
exciting new IP.
Unreal Tournament.
You know, over the past few years, People Can Fly has grown to over 200 developers and 4 studios across Poland, the UK, and most recently, the US, to bring you what is our most ambitious shooter to date. To present more of our vision, I would like to take this moment to introduce a short video from our game director, Bartek Mita. So thanks a lot. More on Outriders this winter. Thank you.
Did we move on from Square Enix seamlessly? You didn't realize it?
Shooters are in our DNA. It's our passion. And it's what we do. Outriders draws on all our experience from all our previous titles. It's a game we wanted to make for a very long time. We describe Outriders as a dark, modern shooter built with traditional values. By that, I mean we are creating an experience with a strong story that you can enjoy with your friends or on your own. We want to tell a complete story. We are confident we are building a shooter with a powerful gunplay, incredible weaponry, and a hostile new world we want to spend many hours in.
Tomorrow's at 9 a.m. is Nintendo.
It's a game
you guys want to watch that
our
together?
heads ever since People Can Fly left Epic
And then
Games.
Konami's special announcement at 5:30.
Outriders is a 1-2 or 3-player drop-in, drop-out co-op shooter. In our game, you will create your own Outrider and journey across the hostile planet of Enoch in search of the source of a mysterious signal. It's a pretty dark and unforgiving world.
I don't know.
And yes, there is a
this
lot
is
more
still-
depth to the game, but I can't say too much more right now.
We're still doing Square Enix stuff. Are they just interlacing other stuff with their press conference? I don't know, I'm confused. This is still Square Enix.
Reincarnation is the foundation of our way of life. We celebrate the lives we've been given and offer up prayers for the next. It is grief of death which shackles the living and causes the dead to stray. Indeed, there is no greater affront to reincarnation. So we turn our grief to joy as we send off the dead. But the souls of those who held back their tears in life still need salvation.
Yeah, this kind of stuff, yeah. But we just saw People Can Fly
to the Watchers
game, and they're published by
the Watchers. Sever the
well,
bonds that tie the lost
everyone
to
thinks
this
they're
world
published by Epic,
and send them off.
but they're actually published by Focus Home Interactive.
They navigate the emotions of the living and the dead. They prize life.
I think
above all
Epic is
else.
just like in charge of financial stuff. But anyways, Dying Light was on here too, and that's Techland, not Square Enix. So I'm not sure what's going on with these
This
announcements.
is the story of one Watcher.
Or it could be a joint publishing. Sometimes they do that. They do joint publishings. That look cool. Uh-oh. Everybody get your screaming gear on. It's happening, Sushi. Yeah, that's what I was thinking to be. Some kind of joint publishing. Hopefully that means they'll give it to me. Hope, hope, hope. You never knew Final Fantasy was this big? Final Fantasy is massive. I wonder if it's like the biggest franchise.
Never meet your heroes. The Avengers were everything I imagined.
Avengers.
Thor, Tony, check it out. At once. Try to keep up.
This just got a whole lot
Thanks
more
for the host, Wolf.
Let's make this quick. Secure the bridge. Those weapons can't get in this.
How you set him up? File, knock him down.
Thor, what's your status?
No
Is that a joke? Did Thor make a joke? Cap, they got pulsar tanks.
Tony, Thor, the cables! Cat, what's going on over there?
Start the Chimera. What's your status? Should head back.
No, stay on task. There's still some Thursdays on this bridge.
So, this too is a Square Enix joint publishing? Really?
Some say they were set up.
Others call them murderers.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Well, we all lost something that day. But that's not how this story ends.
This is the first part of what's described as a multi-year, multi-game partnership between Square Enix and Marvel. Avengers won't be the only Marvel game you see from Square Enix. Holy crap. Ah, I hope they'll give it to me. Damn. The only game I was not able to get from them
Please welcome
was
Sean
Kingdom
Eskai,
Hearts.
Creative Director,
Because
Crystal
Disney's
Dynamics, and Bill
gone.
Roseman, Vice President and Creative
Hopefully I
Director,
can get
Marvel
these games.
Games.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We love you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Hi,
We
Suchiha.
are incredibly excited to reveal Marvel's Avengers to the world.
Yay!
A few years ago, Crystal Dynamics and Marvel began collaborating on an original Avengers game. One that combined epic action adventure with cinematic storytelling. A game where we as players can experience in both single player and co-op what it's like to be Earth's mightiest heroes.
Do I have any true believers in the house? Yes! Awesome. Because you will instantly recognize your favorite superheroes and villains, but you'll also see that they're unique to this game, as this is Crystal's interpretation of
You know
these
what though?
iconic
Even if they don't give it to me, I could rent it.
Our story begins at
I could do
A-Day,
that.
as San Francisco celebrates the opening of the Avengers West Coast headquarters. And the team's custom helicarrier,
I should have rented
outfitted
Spider-Man.
with a strange experimental energy source. However, the day turns deadly when an attempt to steal this new technology results in massive destruction. Blamed for the tragedy, the Avengers are outlawed and our heroes disband.
5 years later, a horrific evil threatens the world, and our only hope is to reassemble Earth's mightiest heroes. You'll play as your favorite Avengers in an all-new original story showcasing authentic Marvel heroism and humanity. And fighting to get it back. Yeah!
What?
Yeah!
Most importantly, this is a story about self-acceptance in the face of adversity,
They censored him.
about embracing our individual powers and learning that together we are mighty.
Did he spoil something?
You'll lead the team as the legendary super soldier, Captain America. You'll call down the lightning as the Asgardian god of thunder, Thor.
Did he say bad word?
You'll channel the anger of scientist Bruce Banner by unleashing the whole. You'll gather intel and strike swiftly as the ultimate tactical spy, Black Widow.
I think he said
finally,
the D word.
You'll blast through the sky as the charismatic Tony Stark, known to the wider world as the Armored Iron Man.
To bring this incredible story to life, we've assembled an all-star cast. I'll let them introduce themselves.
I'm enjoying Square Enix show the most.
So, here we are. Avengers assembled. Who are you people again?
Hi, I'm Troy Baker, and I play Bruce Banner.
Hi, I'm Jeff Shine, and I play Captain America.
I'm Travis Willingham, and I play Thor.
Hi, I'm Laura Bailey, and I'm playing Black Widow.
Hi, I'm Nolan North, and I play Tony Stark. There's certain characters I don't think you ever have to be talked into.
Yeah.
You know, so we'd like to have you
Devolver
play
is
Tony
always
Stark, Iron
amazing
Man.
with
Yeah,
their
yes.
conference.
You know, everybody always portrays him as this super confident character, and I think it's a mask for him. I think he's one of the most vulnerable guys.
I think Bruce is just such a cool character. A lot of people are really quick to bring out the big green, but I think that Bruce is a super complex character. It's fun, and I've never played him before.
What is very relatable about Natasha is she's extremely capable, but she's at the core, she's human. She's surrounded by all of this larger-than-life stuff, and she has to step up to it.
I feel like Thor got really interesting in the last 10 or 15 years. For me, I like where he's kind of landed in the public eye, you know.
One of the things I think is cool about Cap is I never feel like he necessarily wants to be a leader. He accepts that he is. I feel like sometimes the best leaders are the ones who don't necessarily want to be, but they're right for the job.
Having an original story to tell as well, what they've done at Crystal Dynamics is great, so I think everybody's going to be pretty stoked.
The Avengers are at their best when they are all together, but the chemistry is do not shake.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Can't wait for you to be able to play the game, but right now, you don't have to wait for some exclusive content.
As you can play it at E3. Shut up.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Did you even check the science?
Oh, we get more trailer.
Did you check
It was a
the science?
heist, Bruce.
No.
We were outsmarted.
The Terrigen reactor was unstable, and you knew that, and you still paraded it before the entire world.
So what? We just give up?
We didn't give up, Tony. We failed. At least I can admit that. No, we failed him. We failed him.
Please welcome Scott Amos, Head of Studio, and Megan Marie, Senior Community and Social Media Manager, Crystal Dynamics.
You guys want to watch Devolver after this?
Hello, E3.
Because I missed it.
You've just seen a high-level view of the cinematic and character-driven campaign of Marvel's Avengers. But launch is only the beginning of this adventure.
Marvel's Avengers delivers a narrative over multiple years with exciting new content released at a regular basis.
Is she wearing a
Like the
superhero
Avengers,
cape?
You and your friends are stronger together. You'll assemble into teams of up to 4 players online where you can master extraordinary abilities, where you can customize a growing roster of heroes and defend the Earth from ever-escalating threats.
Anthem?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You know what
And
it
to make
is?
sure everyone
It's like a
comes on this
blazer or
journey
a
with
suit
us,
coat
we're incredibly
that got
thrilled
turned
to
into a
announce
cape.
that every new
That's what it
superhero
is.
and every new region will be delivered at no additional cost. Oh, yeah.
So our promise to the community is that we won't have random loot boxes or pay-to-win scenarios.
Yeah. This game represents a collaboration
loot
across
boxes.
Crystal Dynamics, Marvel Games, I know you're out here, IDOS Montreal, these guys are here, Nixie Software, our new Crystal Northwest studio, and everyone at Square Enix.
Yeah.
So our game is about embracing your powers and living your superhero dreams. We have an exclusive gameplay demo in our booth that will show you more of the core campaign, its original
Good night,
story,
fight.
and our superheroes in action.
So, Marvel's Avengers will release worldwide on PS4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC.
When?
We got you covered.
What's Stadia?
And we're excited to be partnering with PlayStation to bring some awesome surprises to the PlayStation audience,
Okay.
including early beta access
And VIP boxes.
and unique benefits that we'll be revealing in the future.
Unique boxes.
But before we go, we have one final glimpse into our world, including when you'll get to play this game. This is what's next for the Avengers.
We want win.
Thank you,
We
true
want
believers.
win. We want win. A unique battle royale experience.
Damn it! Progress, Hank! I have a plan, but it's risky. Hank, that doesn't look ready. Come on, Tony.
Avenger cart.
Unbelievable. It worked.
That's the same hacker bot from Watch Dogs.
It's sort of cute when they're small.
Ah, didn't doubt you for a second, Hank.
May 15th! Oh my god, 2020. Oh my god. Now what? Square Enix show is good. I'm proud, I'm proud.
Oof.
Now
Wow,
the
we are
after
back
show.
from the Square Enix E3 conference.
That was
For me to
it.
break it down is IGN's Jonathan Dornbush, Lucio O'Brien, and Destin Legary. So, what do we think?
I think my name really tripped you up there.
What did I say?
No, you,
Looking
you
forward
just
to
took a
that
second on
game?
the J. But anyway, other than that, the Avengers obviously
Dying
was the way
Light
they closed
2?
it out.
Yeah.
We can get to the conference as a whole.
Final Fantasy
later,
VII Remake.
But I'm glad we have a
I
firm
think a couple
release date. We have a
others.
voice cast. Like they gave a lot more details than I thought we'd get.
Go,
I'm glad
go
we
away,
have a release date too. Was it
Bishtaka.
May 15th, 2020?
Yeah.
So I think what we've learned after today and yesterday is that the first half of 2020 is going to be amazing.
That's been the theme of this year's E3
Yeah.
as a conference.
2020.
Yeah.
Now, we're definitely going to talk about Avengers, but let's start at the beginning. Let's start with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It looked amazing.
Yes?
Really good.
Yeah?
It just looked fantastic.
think
and they
they're
gave
gonna
us a real
recap all the
look
best
at the
ones.
combat, which I was very pleased about because that was a little bit up in the air. And I think for my money, I feel like they've struck a middle ground, a good middle ground that people who are used to a more modern type of combat will be happy with. And
Viral.
people, like the purists will also be satisfied.
Yeah, what I saw, it's a good mix of past and present, kind of coming together. You gotta power up your meter, and then you're able to enter into slow motion mode and kind
remaster.
of plan
Oh
out your
yeah, and
tactics, which
14.
is
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what I was hoping
Fantasy
for.
Car
I don't mind that.
Electric
I think it's a
Boogaloo.
good mix.
It kind of reminded me of the bat system from Fallout.
Yeah, it had a little
7
bit of that
and
vibe
8.
when you slow down.
7, 8, and 14. Yeah.
So what else did you guys think about? We got to see
Spyro.
Tifa finally.
Yeah.
It looks
Just
great.
a little bit of
Excited about
Chiva.
Which Square
That's
Enix
great.
game do
All
you
that footage is
like?
just- it's
Fish
gorgeous.
Taka.
It looks like a gorgeous game, and the way they were talking about it, the thing for me that was
I'm
most
happy with
interesting
their conference.
was
I'm
they were
really happy.
explaining that they essentially have 2 Blu-ray discs worth of content.
Lots
for the
of
release,
stuff to look forward
and
to
that
and be
it's
proud of.
So big, and it's essentially the story of Midgar, and that they're expanding on it. Which, even though I said I haven't played the game all the way through, like I know
Right.
that's the first
That's the
part
part
of
you
the story.
played.
That's the part I know.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
the fact that that is so huge to them. I can't wait to see what they're like adding to it, how they're changing it, but how they're still staying true to the experience everyone wants to see again.
I think considering it is so big, and they really hammered that home.
Bro,
with that
Lava
final
says
shot
you
as
have
it
to
went
stay.
out across Midgar.
Yeah.
I think almost the term episodic might almost feel a little misleading.
Yeah. They didn't
because
say
this
it.
is they did not say it,
Yeah.
but this is clearly the first game. They are, I believe, they're officially saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a chunky experience.
But
The edition
It's
with the
gonna be
bite costs
chunky.
$329.99. That is an
That's
oof.
true?
Yeah,
That's
true.
the price. It is
Square
very
Enix Play Arts
expensive.
figures are
Yeah.
super expensive. They're
Yeah.
really pretty, but they're very expensive.
Yeah, there are more cost-effective versions you can get
Well, yeah.
with the soundtrack and the steel case.
Well,
like
there's the deluxe.
Yeah,
version,
what was
which
up
is
with that episodic
$79.99,
thing
a
they're
reasonable
talking
price.
about?
Thankfully, I can afford that. Yeah.
Yeah, even the base game is $60. So
Yeah.
if this is still an episodic game, they're going to be charging full price for
Gently
each
out
little
the
bit of it.
stream.
I wish they'd been a little bit more clear on all that because it's not called Final Fantasy VII Remake Episode 1. Just
All
Final
right,
Fantasy
you guys
VII
ready to check out
Remake. The
Devolver
last time I
Digital,
bought
or you
Final
want to
Fantasy
see the
VII, I got the
recap?
whole game.
What do you want?
Yeah,
So it's just like, it's a little confusing.
But it didn't look like
It's also
this.
like how much, like you said, it's just Midgar? It's 30 hours in just Midgar?
I mean,
Well,
it seems like they were
Starts to be a
saying
little-
that they're really expanding on, like, the thing about this version of it is they're spending so much time in Midgar because they realize there is so much to explore. And like Lucy was saying, I think that final shot implies they're really going to be exploring and searching through Midgar in a way that maybe we haven't before.
I was really, really happy to see combat from Tifa, Aerith, the other characters that we haven't explored as much. We've seen a lot of Cloud, and it's nice to see new enemy types that they're fighting against and new combo scenarios from the alternate characters in the cast. It's nice to see that not everybody plays the same. Everybody has their own strengths.
Yeah, I agree.
We also got the voice cast alongside the announcement, and Sephiroth is played by Tyler Hoechlin, who plays Superman on the Supergirl series.
All right. Cool.
Previously voiced by Lance Bass in Kingdom Hearts. Anyway, moving on.
Definitely moving on.
The Sephiroth scene where he sets the village on fire, that's an excellent moment to like end the demo on, I think. It was really shocking the first time I ever played through, and I was like, what is happening? It's a really, really cool
What's
beat in the Final
happening?
Fantasy VII story.
All right, along with Final
This is
Fantasy
their
Fantasy
amazing
VII,
boss
we
fight,
also
if you
finally got to
missed
see
it.
what the Marvel's Avengers game is.
Sort of.
Whoa, you have reservations.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have reservations. I'm just still,
I gotta say this. Everybody looks just a little bit off in the character model design.
It's
But that's because we're so used to the
it's not that Iron Man looks
Robert
a little
Downey
weird.
Jr. I mean, like when when Iron Man, I'm saying the actor's name from the movies.
Yeah.
When you see
You
Iron
try
Man
drawing
in that scene
it,
where he has a
bish.
beard, it looks like Ben Affleck when he's going through a rough time.
I'll say the voice cast is phenomenal. Really good
It's
choice
so
on,
great.
on the actors there. It's just the models really bug me. We had Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I know it's a different publisher, but a few years back, and they had the same problem where the character models just looked off.
Yeah.
And that was hard for me to get over. I think we got a sneak peek.
I
at
wonder if it's
gameplay
because they're
during
not
this.
allowed
They
to
are
look
gonna do
exactly
something
like
behind
them.
closed doors.
That
There are
could
all
be
these
it.
shots of the camera directly behind the character's
Yeah.
backs, which I assume
That totally looks
is
like
what the
that's
gameplay
what it
is.
is.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say it really put.
Otherwise,
to ease
wouldn't
my
they have
fears
hired
that
the
you
actual
are playing
actors
as
to
the
do the
Avengers.
voices?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that seems like a crazy thing, but like
They're not
going into
supposed
this
to
and
look
knowing
like the
so little
actors.
about this game, it really felt like who
Duh.
knows what we're going to be playing as. And it's nice to see this core 5.
I do have to say, I was like ragging on Hawkeye before we
Rob
went
Stark.
into
Now
this
you miss
program,
Hawkeye?
and now I
That's
feel
I
really
forget his first
guilty
name.
because poor
Stark
Hawkeye.
doesn't really look
So,
like him that
they
much
were
either.
teasing that there's going to be content updates. It's all going to come at no
Yeah.
cost, but they were saying new. Ryan Penagos from Marvel said on Twitter that there'd be new heroes and new regions added at no cost. So I assume there will be new Avengers. So maybe Hawkeye eventually gets.
And no loot boxes, and no pay to win. They hit all the beats. Good job, you guys. We know what you're doing.
And there's also going to be a beta, which is a little bit interesting for like
Yeah.
not a single player game, but not a PvP game. So
Well,
we'll see how that works.
It seems like the game, because they sort of mentioned in the presentation and also in the official tweets that like it's meant to be a continuous story that they're updating for several years. And so I think the beta part comes in of just seeing like what the flow of the story is like for people, like how much the missions we're going to play actually have story to them and how much the story is really going to be contained.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about, because they very much focused on story. There was a lot of like, look how emotional this is going to be stuff. So I'm very curious to see some actual gameplay.
Yeah. Well, it's very nice to finally know a little bit about what Marvel's Avengers the game is. IGN Live at E3 2019 is presented by Men in Black International in theaters June 14th, tomorrow afternoon. After we wrap up here, we'll switch over to our team in New York City live on the Men in Black International red carpet, where they'll be talking to the stars of the film. Here's a look at some of the gadgets in the new movie.
Kicking that guy.
Welcome
They
to the
look
Men in
like
Black.
Jesus.
When do I get my
What makes this film special?
There he is.
Weapons and gadgets.
You will be trained
There's
in the use
Thor.
of MIB weaponry. Check, please. Technology.
I haven't seen that before.
And vehicles.
That's what I'm talking about. It's a smorgasbord of alien tech.
I haven't seen
Side
this.
view mirror.
What do you want me to do? Throw it at them?
Exhaust pipe.
How does this thing work?
Just point at the bad guys and pull the trigger.
It's so much fun playing in the world. I'm driving.
Oh, I
This
just
is a very
realized
complicated
they're in a
piece of
movie
machinery.
together again now.
Yeah,
She's
got it.
Valkyrie. I gotta dress up as Valkyrie. I like her. She drinks a lot.
Men in Black.
Are you suggesting that we try the most powerful weapon in the galaxy for fun?
For science and fun. Press the button.
Of course.
Awesome!
Well, my friends, that is all the time we have for today, but we've still got tons of E3 coverage planned all week long, and E3 still hasn't even technically started yet. Tomorrow is going to be full of game announcements and demos. We start off nice and early at 8:30 a.m. Pacific with pre-show for Nintendo's
All right,
E3
you guys
Direct,
want me to
which
host
begins at 9
Nintendo
a.m.
tomorrow
Pacific.
morning?
Then at 11:40 a.m., we're taking a look at the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then a look at Marvel's Avengers at 12:30 p.m. Pacific. Our last demo of the day tomorrow is Cyberpunk 2077,
Thanks for the
followed
follows,
immediately
everybody.
by the live red carpet for Men in Black International from New York. Wednesday, the show starts at 1 p.m. Pacific. Highlights include Code Vein at around 11:20 and
Yeah, we'll do
Vampire
Devolver right
Bloodlines:
now.
The Masquerade 2 at 3:20. If you want to find out what's in store for
Or you know
Thursday,
what?
well,
We could
tune in
just
tomorrow for that. From all of us here at IGN,
play
thank you for watching our live coverage
Nintendo
of E3
from-
2019. See you in the morning.
We could just play Nintendo from a YouTube video like I'm about to with Devolver. That could work, right? Why are all my damn videos up here? Oh shoot, wrong keyboard. My birthday stream's on YouTube, by the way, if you missed it. It was really fun. Okay, ready? Yeah, I have YouTube, Sushi. Delinquent Muse. Here's all my social. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for subbing. Everyone has a YouTube channel. Damn. Wasn't that crazy last year? They're recapping last year. That was funny. Cyberpunk, heck yeah.
Right point pressure. You're in. Got it in. Breath sounds. All right, can you go ahead and get the mask trousers up? Let's get the clothes off. All right, clothes off and cover for a central line. Let's get some blood drawn. Typing across it, 6 units. The pressure's dropping. All right, I got a central line. Let's get the pressure back. Normal safety. Got a straight line. All right, what's our pressure at? I got 40 mil. Okay, course defib. I'm gonna shock her. Stand clear. Clear.
No BP, no pulse.
Okay, I'm gonna shock her again. Stand clear. Clear.
No BP, no pulse. Showing no higher brain.
All right, let's go ahead and shock a flat line. Let's quit. Stay clear. Clear. That's all we can do. Let's call it. What's the time?
6:15.
Yeah, Devolver Digital's press conferences are crazy.
and a lifetime of In the Trenches Devolver Digital executive programming. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to present to you Nina motherfucking Struthers!
Where's the audio? Does audio sound off? Maybe it's supposed to because she's like a robot now. Oh my god.
Yeah, we told you she's straight busted.
Shut up, Margaret. Have you?
Yeah.
What about? Twice. We even used carbamide, like you said.
Fuck! Fuck! Okay, it's probably her isolinear relays. Let's flush her with flux and boot her with...
Let's call it.
Wait, what?
It's been nearly a year with this shit and she isn't working. Can't have a presser without her, she's the face. She's not working, so we scrap it.
E3 is important. Guys, you know that, right? Look, we have to hold a press conference or we're just a bunch of stupid nobodies like before.
Why don't we just fill a whole show with live musical performances? I know the guy from...
There will be no live musical performances.
E3 is a waste of our goddamn time. Just wrap this shit up and dump it in the river.
Look, you can't do this. This is just a glitch, a temporary setback.
You call this a glitch? We're scheduled to go on in 4 minutes. Your temporary setback could cost us $50 million in SpawnCon payments alone.
Not necessarily, sir. Perhaps you're aware of the Imagos program developed by me at Marketing Concepts.
These are all actually hired actors.
Does it get us a show?
Not without Nina.
Bye, Eagle. See
No
ya.
Nina, no E3. Listen, you ignorant frickholes. Let's get real. Really real. Press conferences are a thing of the past. Most companies aren't even doing them anymore. They're old, outdated, irrelevant. For the hecking birds. I've got... something better.
Oh, balls. You're not talking about your fucking video project again, are you, Linda?
Sure as toots I am, Don. Sure as Emmer effing toots.
Video project?
We've been leaning on these expensive live shows for far too long.
It's been like 2.
Putting on these huge masturbatory shows to feed the egos of frickhole marketing suits and failed, air quotes, marketing directors. Why not we take the message right to the mother-loving community? Why not mainline it, you know? Why not skip the criminy, bull hockey, sons of biscuits and go right to the public with...
a video.
Sure as sticks a video. A marketing video so distilled people overdose on purchase intent before it's even over. I'm talking heroin up a butt levels of marketing.
Well, you can't mean that.
That's right, cred muffins. Devolver. Motherfucking direct. Are you off your nuts? We don't have that kind of cachet, that kind of audience. Let alone our confident but approachable CEO strutting chicken all over a stage making lofty promises no company could ever hope to keep.
She's straight busted. Bootlocked.
Listen, if we can't get her mind right for this press conference, why not we do this press conference in her mind?
This is insane.
I love it.
E3 is here, we're out of time. Initiate Devolver Direct Protocol. Prahat, wait!
What the fuck is this and where the shit is my adoring audience?
Hello, and welcome to the first ever Devolver Direct, with an amazing first look at some fantastic Devolver Digital titles coming fresh to video games this year and next. It's a fantastic video game year
She
for video
reminds
games
me
this
of
year already, and we at
Dexter's
Devolver simply
sister.
can't wait to show you what our video game developer friends have been video game developing this year in video games. It's been an amazing year and a fantastic video game year for all the...
Yeah, no, that's not a thing. Hey, you! What the shit am I doing here?
So you basically just announce games and stuff, man. It's pretty straightforward.
No shit, which ones?
Well, there's a list here.
Which ones first?
Fall Guys from Mediatonic. It's a crazy online multiplayer thing, it says.
Will it rock socks and robot jocks and get these panties straight bopping?
I think so, ma'am. It says here it's super tits awesome.
Shit hot, that's great. Oh, roll the trailer or whatever.
Oops. Let's fix that. Sorry.
Shake, 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 Sinora, shake your body line. Shake, 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 Sinora, shake it all the time. My girl's name is Sonora. I tell you, friends, I adore her. And when she dances, oh brother, she's a hurricane in all kinds of weather. Jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body on time.
I found found myself not always interested in most Devolver games, but I have to watch their press conference because it's always so crazy. Dancing. This isn't dancing.
Somebody help me! Shake, 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 Sinora, shake your body line. Shake, 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 Sinora, work, 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 Sinora.
Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout. Jelly blobs.
Okay, Fall Guys looks sick. It's gonna pull in loads. I'm gonna be
Yeah, you're right.
rich.
They're art producers.
Yes, I am.
Yep.
And who are you?
They are the
Vice
coolest.
President of Gray Market Distribution at Devolver Digital.
That's a thing.
Is now. I used to be the director of strategic job titles, but things got hot for me after you took that hard L last year.
Last year? What do you mean last year? What do you
There's like this war, okay? A paper war that's raging between some pretty boffo industry names, all for their own little slice of an absolutely above-board, plain Jane distribution market. I say let them have it. We at Devolver Digital have turned our attention to what looks to be a more niche, but way more lucrative business interest. Steam, Epic, GOG, Discord, whatever. They're fighting for scraps. We want something else. We want to operate outside of the margins, where legality and creative license fold into a warm and viscous slurry of under-the-table revenue with which to grease the mill of paid consumer churn. Our team of geniuses made a thing. A sweet thing that combines the frankly massive shadiness of companies like G2A with the bottom-barrel scumsuck practices to create our own proprietary games.
Thanks for the bits, Lucky. Rewards to 35 others in chat. Cheers for that.
Their intellectual property. Introducing
You silly goose.
Whoa, wait, what?
You don't have to buy me Square Enix games, Lucky. I'm a Square Enix member.
Savvy, forward-thinking consumers like yourself should find their way to DevolverBootleg.com, which wholly unironically forwards to a Steam page for Devolver Bootleg.
The only game that they wouldn't give me was Kingdom Hearts.
A small fee to download the Devolver
So,
Bootleg
yeah, we always
launcher.
have to wait and see what I
Once
can
the download
get.
is complete, users like you can select from a wide variety of off-brand versions of our most
Thanks,
popular
Lucky.
titles.
I'll use the
Feel
money
delight
toward
wash
purchasing
over you as you
Tifa
and your real
cosplay.
gamer friends enjoy titles like Enter the Gun Dungeon, Hotline Milwaukee, Shooty Boots, Ape Out Jr., Luke Trouser 6, and many more right from the Devolver Bootleg launcher.
E3 doesn't seem to be that interesting. I think overall I might agree with you, Donnie, but I have to say Square Enix show was pretty cool.
For real? Like, people can give us money for this.
I think we're looking forward to a lot there.
Damned. I like your style, Stoltz.
If only you knew what we do.
I know, right? Super lit, my guy. And now, a look at our next game reveal. Whoa!
She's funny.
Whoa, wait, why did I just say that?
Oh my god.
Why did I just say that?
Oh my god, what the hell?
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
You are super early.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, heck yeah, you're bad. You're supposed to come out during the Carrion segment where we announce Carrion like as it says in the heckin' script.
Totes sorry. I have literally zero perception
No
of time.
bad words allowed,
Doesn't even exist
Devolver.
in my dimension.
Well, dumb crumpets. Wait, why in the HE double hockey sticks did I just say dump crumpets, cheese, and rice?
Thank you for 13, Roy.
Hey, yeah, so here's a world
Thank you,
premiere
thank
of my game
you.
Carry On that I'm in.
Happy 13. Lucky number 13. This looks cool. This is what all that gross stuff was based on. It does look cool. Yeah. Oh, you just got... Yeah, watch on YouTube. If you like Final Fantasy games, you'll be in for a lot of good surprises.
Madge?
Ma'am?
Did you do something with your hair?
Crimp and perm, ma'am.
Really?
No. Ma'am, no.
Okay, so I can't say fuck anymore. Whoa! Whoa, just said it! Ha ha! Fudge you! Wait, no. Flipping that
You're
neck,
supposed
what
to
the
say
flip is going on?
fun. That's a good one to
A lot of video game
substitute it
companies
with.
like to talk about new
Fun.
horizons.
That's what I do.
What's next? A future
Died in
full of
Dark
infinite
Souls.
potential with
Fun.
innovative revenue streams waiting, ripe to be tapped. Not Devolver. No, we look back at video game history to the annals, annals of our industry's past to recreate, monetize, and fulfill our ultimate destiny. During previous live, outdated, wasteful, and frankly pretty dumb stupid E3 press conferences, Devolver announced our entrance into markets such as idiot cryptocurrency, cute little miniature video game consoles for morons, and just minutes ago, a lucrative, yet frankly ridiculous, game cloning market. Now, we're gonna set aside all of this future forward, looking backward hog swaddle and set our sights on a market once the golden age of video games, lost to time like tears in monkey flapping rain. The arcade market fishes.
Thanks for the raid, Frosty.
Introducing Enter the Gungeon, House of the Gundead. A collaboration between Dodge Roll, Griffin Aerotech, and Devolver Digital to create an original light gun arcade cabinet based in the Enter the Gungeon.
What? Really?
The Gungeonverse, if you will. And oh my.
Have you seen those miniature cabinets they make? They're like really like that big. You can play a little like a game like this on it. See you later, Donnie. Cheers, Frosty.
Enter the Gungeon, House of the Gundead will be available for pre-order soon with the first expected delivery of real, actual cabinets to real, actual arcades and real, actual homes around the real, actual world in early 2020. This is real. This is actual. This is happening. Steal from your parents if you need to, and you will too, because Enter the Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon, House of the Gundead is going to be
Loot
absolutely
boxes?
incredible. Whoa, what? Okay.
Now
what's
she
next?
really looks like Dexter's sister with that blood on her like that.
Ma'am, it's Linda from marketing. She's taking control and we're powerless to stop her.
This is bad.
The baddest. She keeps making announcements.
Perfect Ninja Vacation. New Tropical Adventures. Voodoo Magic. Ninja Powers. Ninja Moves. Ninja Callbacks. Ninja Bosses. Oh heck yeah, I called it. Ninja Octopus. Ninja Hentai. The Messenger Picnic Panic, are you kidding? Free expansion July 11th. That's sweet. I did play their Messenger. I played that.
What the toots is that? That's what I'm talking about, ma'am. She keeps firing off announcements.
It's art. What? What is this? Is sweet looking too. Slow motion stuff? Whoops. Didn't stick the landing. 8 out of 10. Demo bro. This is cool. Look at this shit. You can kick the organ. Hit him in the face with it.
All aboard the hype train. Choo-choo.
I don't know. Are you gonna hang out with us, Ro? Are you gonna go sit on the toilet for another hour?
Yes! She can take it! Death to the corporate mouthpiece! Long live the new fresh!
Whoops. Got sick. Oh no, she's crying. Hi, wizard.
Oh, Nina. We've done it. I've done it. Devolver Digital has seamlessly and perfectly transitioned into the direct marketing video model. I couldn't have done it without you. You stuck in there.
Let's see.
A puppet on a million.
It's just not giving you the prime option. It might be because it's not run out yet.
I'm in charge. I'm in control. What do you think of that, you? You bitch. And with you stuck in there, we can force you to announce games to the masses anytime we want. Unbound by the constraints of a yearly conference, we can push paid DLC to an unsuspecting public any time we want. Delay game releases for no reason whatsoever. Any time we want. Directly. Devolver directly. This is the future, Nina. This is the future's future.
Messenger look cool.
Come with me if you want to live.
I don't know if I'll be able to host Nintendo, but when I start streaming, what else is on tomorrow? When I start streaming, I could replay the Nintendo YouTube video. What else is tomorrow? Konami special announcement at 5:30. I guess we'll want to see that. So when I start streaming full E3 press conference, when I start streaming, we can start with
I mean,
Nintendo.
what I'm looking forward to is London. I think that Ubisoft does a phenomenal job with its kind of real life.
And then-
spaces.
Yep.
We saw San Francisco and Watch Dogs 2, which we all
Or,
got a kick out of.
or you know what we could do?
So London.
I wonder how long it
London, we've been
is.
London also makes a ton of sense. As you
We
can see from that logo,
could-
it's very V for Vendetta.
We could
but
play
also,
Nintendo
like,
after we see the announcement. Let's do that.
surveillance systems. I think there's something like 40, like one
Does that
security
sound
camera
good?
for every 40 people or something like that.
Yeah, we
there's
watched
a lot of them
Square.
out there. But yeah, it's
I
it's
think
kind of
so
a good
far
setup
that's
for
the
that.
best show.
As for the sort of the NPC thing, I think it's really interesting because in the previous games we've seen all of these NPCs
Good night,
on the
Nomadic.
streets who have these unique sort of bespoke backstories. But they're just sort of, they're still just NPCs.
We also, like, you could mess with them back in the day. Like, you could hack them and blow up their phones and, like, take their
Don't
steal
forget
their
to
cars
sign
and make
up
them drive into
for-
each other. So I don't imagine doing that and then being like, by the way, can you help me out with something? And they're like, no, you blew up my car.
But it is interesting if
Beyond Good and Evil 2 beta, Skull and Bones beta, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint beta.
And be like, well, if they don't make it out,
and get them killed off,
get another one.
Do you think anybody will ever be like, I'm not doing it?
And they get destroyed. Maybe it's. I mean, maybe there's some kind of near future sci-fi thing happening. We've definitely seen that with Breakpoint. We've seen that with
On
Division to
their
some extent.
website.
Drones, very hot topic for Ubisoft. So maybe there's some kind of like altered carbon,
like a
stack
neural
thing happening.
implant.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of
Yeah,
that.
could be that. What's interesting about Watch Dogs to me, though, is that that franchise hasn't really found its footing. When it
Thank
was
you for
revealed
the
at E3
follows,
however
everybody.
many years ago,
That was a lot of fun
everyone was,
hanging
like,
out and
blown away
watching
this
E3
is
with you.
next gen, we're so excited, and then the final
Thank you
product,
very
people
much
felt like
for
there was a bait
joining
and
for
switch.
this.
So people weren't as wild about the first Watch Dogs, even though I really liked it. And then there's Watch Dogs 2, which I think people liked better.
I
but
guess
don't think
technically I'm not supposed to stream
it's not
tomorrow,
on the same
but
level as,
what
like,
I could
Assassin's
do
Creed or Splinter Cell.
Yeah, no,
is do
totally.
some
It's
work
still
in the
definitely finding
morning
its
and
footing.
then
I'm totally with you on
stream
that. I think that there's a weird issue when you're like
E3
you're supposed to
in the
be sort of this
afternoon.
vigilante.
If you guys are
And the first time
interested,
around, it was very much like you're kind of like
E3,
the Punisher if he was a hacker.
maybe the Red Dead 2 dailies. We'll see what I have time for, but I really gotta work.
Narrative dissonance there.
Yeah.
Marcus
Yeah,
was a
Square Enix
likable
was
guy.
really
DevSec
good.
was kind of this likable entity, underdog that you're rooting for.
Art stream soon? I don't know.
I mean, I love.
I'm not really at a point where I can do that.
I definitely
Art
felt
streams
that
are really hard.
a little bit off-putting.
I mean, if one of your friends was like, hey, I'm
I
taking
don't
down
really have
Facebook,
the
I'd be
setup,
like,
you know?
cool, yeah, go for
But
it.
I'll
What do you
try
need?
to
And
see
be
what I
like,
can
gotta
do
shoot
at some
a bunch of
point.
people. Like, wait a minute,
It's,
no.
sometimes it
don't
takes
do
so
that.
long to set them up. It's
I
not
don't know.
worth
I have no idea how that works, but no, try
my
not to do
time
that.
and then
So I
having to
think
break
this
it
time
down
around
into
it'll
a
be sort of
game.
different to
You
be
know,
like,
it's kind
instead
of.
of writing one
It's kinda tough.
incredibly believable or likable
But
protagonist,
I'm gonna
you just
try
make
to
thousands
eventually.
of sort of like
Yeah.
shallow ones and have them jump between each other.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it just gets properly colorful. I thought that they were kind of they almost went like a little.
All right,
bit
let's see who else
Saints
is
Row-ish
live.
Blood Dragon
Yeah.
with the last one, but anyway, we are
Yeah,
just a few minutes
Watch
away from
Dogs.
the Ubisoft
Yeah.
2019 E3 conference, and we still have plenty to discuss. But
That's
first,
gonna be cool.
IGN Live at E3 2019 is presented by Men in Black International in theaters June 14th, and tomorrow night after E3 winds down, our stream will switch over to the red carpet for the movie live from New York. Just how international is Men in Black International? Well, let's take a look at some of the filming locations. IGN Live at E3 continues right after this.
Let's just press the button, see what this thing does.
Do it.
Okay, you guys want.
This Men in Black really is a globe-trotting adventure.
There was an opportunity to take it to the MIB world and give it a more of a global feel.
We may have a problem in London. I'm driving.
All right, let's go watch Spider-Man.
That really should be here.
Not this country.
It was so fun.
Bye,
just to be
Frosty.
shooting
See
right in
ya.
the heart of London.
They go all over.
I'm gonna raid Sour Kool-Aid Show. Tell him Muse raid.
Sequence through the streets of Marrakesh.
Let's see if you can tell him Muse raid and he'll notice.
Really jaw-dropping.
He's gonna be playing Spider-Man.
Move and I'll obliterate this entire island.
Sound good?
Spoken about this before. I just get all speed.
Good night, Roy.
Men in Black.
So I'll see you guys over there. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out with me.
We are just a few minutes away
I'll
from
play
the Ubisoft
Spider-Man
2019
2 someday.
conference, and we still have plenty to discuss. But
Sour
first,
Kool-Aid Show is a
IGN
comedian
Live is
streamer.
presented by Men in Black International.
So he
I already
says,
read that part.
don't come here for the gameplay. He says, come here for the laughs. He's really funny. You'll love him. I love him. He's one of my favorite streamers. He's not a strong gamer, but he is hilarious, and he's a professional comedian. And sometimes I wonder if he's actually bad at the games on purpose, because everybody loves it. So go tell him Muse raid. Cheers again, guys. See you tomorrow, probably. If not, definitely Thursday. Have a great rest of your night.
And obviously had a huge
Let's
community,
raid.
so
if you're waiting for Bloodborne,
support that. So
it'll
Breakpoint's
be
in a really
later
good
in the
spot.
evening.
Yep.
Sour Kool-Aid show. Bye, guys.
Yeah, E3 is really weird because you get now big reveals before the show, and then also there are games that come out right after the show.
Because I've already
so you sort of find this
promoted it
weird
and
notch
put
in
it
the
in
middle
the
where you're like, how do we publicize this? How do we promote
we can do
this?
Spider-Man first and
This
then
game looks really
20
fun.
viewers ready to raid.
It looks like they're upping the sort of insanity a little bit.
All right.
Wait for my ad to finish. 17 seconds. 16, 15,
As soon as something interesting happens, he switches the game.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Go through the door.
Action.
Damn it. You were trying to go through the door. Don't you remember how you were supposed to get? You led your